Hello and welcome to the Kobold Cafe. Today we're playing GURPS 4th edition, Homebrew Supers Universe. This game is Upsilon Transcending. Smooth intro. I'm Luke, the GM. We've got Tara.
Hey, I'm Tara. I play Lily. She's probably gonna not do a lot, at least for the first part of this session.
We'll see. We've got James.
Hey, I'm James. I play Sigrid,
Sigurd.
and she's probably gonna do a lot in the next couple of minutes.
Maybe. We'll see. We've got Lee.
Hi, I'm Lee. I play Audrey, and she was definitely not expecting a fight. Is wishing she was.
We've got Z Warrior.
Hey, I'm Z Warrior. I play Trent. Trent may or may not do anything in the fight.
I suspect Trent will not do anything for a while and then probably do something that saves everyone. That's how things tend to go.
Yep.
We've got Jared.
I'm Jared. I'm playing Matthias. Matthias just learned how to use, what was it, a javelin?
Oh,
What was
yeah,
projectile?
you caught that javelin, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes, you did. Sigrid dove in front of it. I was thinking that was the last thing that happened, but no, you caught it.
Well, Sigrid dove in front of it, and it got caught simultaneously.
Yup. We've got Everoth.
Hello, I am Ebrath, and today I'm playing for you Lucius, who may or may not join the fight depending on how things are going.
Oh, I forgot to give Lucius his secret information. It's not that
Oh,
secret.
yes, we forgot.
I'll be able to explain it to you.
Okay.
And last but not least, we've got Colin.
Yeah, hi, I'm Colin. I play Guy, that everybody else will pronounce Guy because they're uncultured swine.
We'll see.
I got some stuff to do.
You got some stuff to do, have you?
Yeah.
All
Yeah, I
right.
do.
Well, recap times. I think I've skipped on a bit further than we actually discussed in terms of days that passed since last session. But Saturnalia is over.
We still have to do that boat trip, but yeah.
That boat trip is still on hold now, but scheduled. And
I think this was actually like Christmas, wasn't it?
I think originally it was Christmas Day that this were happening, yeah. But then when I looked at the calendar and realised that it was Christmas Day.
I mean, I
decided
don't
to-
think Nirvana would shut down. I think that actually makes sense that it would be the first day that they have the court thing on.
The court date happened during Saturnalia still.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. I'm ignore me.
I think I'm happy with Tuesday 29th December still. I kind of feel like we'd seen about as much as Saturnalia had to offer for now for this year. But Lily had rounded a few people up on the island. Who were there when Guy explained his reasons?
Howdy.
Matthias
Hi.
spotted it. Audrey spotted it. Lily, Obv. I don't think you'd got Sigrid yet, though, had you?
It's just those three.
Yeah.
Doubtful.
So you were interrogating Guy somewhat, given that the government doesn't seem to know who he is, and he's been the cause of all your problems this past few weeks.
Now they know he's from the future.
Now you know he's from the future.
Now they know too, the government.
Already. Oh, fast.
Yeah, Matthias called his Stasi guy.
Did you?
Yep.
I'll have to rewatch
Traitor.
that.
Didn't explicitly say it, but asked if people had come from the future.
Yeah.
To the dude. To your Stasi guy.
Yeah.
Just asked if they come from the future, and didn't like say explicitly, and then the guy like just hung up on him.
Oh, right, yeah. Got ya. I recall.
And he
that
might have
now.
started with about Guy or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's all come flooding back to me. I don't tend to remember things for one big reason.
Also, Matthias was given a $1 million stipend.
God,
I definitely remember that. We all got one.
Yeah.
yeah. I believe there was also a $1 million charge for greediness.
Colin, we can hear you chewing.
I'm not chewing.
Everyone listening for whatever the sound were suddenly. Well, Lily also noticed that she'd been being followed. Is this right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I spotted that guy following. I just bamfed him away.
Mm-hmm.
I
And he
think
was-
these were actually 2 different events.
They were.
These occurred at
so-
separate times.
Yes,
Okay.
like days apart,
So
like a week apart.
yeah, we should say that first one happened on Christmas Day.
Yeah, and then like a week, the guys, people have been following me, and 2 different groups have been following me. The old guy
Yep.
from the trial, and then a bunch of policey types,
Mm-hmm.
and then I grabbed old guy, and I'm like, "What's your deal?" And I think I grabbed Sigrid too.
Yep. And the
And
old guy
I grabbed
suggested
everyone.
you.
I think.
Yeah, the old guy suggested you grab Lucius.
Yeah, we grabbed everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You abducted everybody. Like you popped in and grabbed. You didn't invite.
Yeah.
Just clarifying.
Guy and Trent were playing with some high-powered electrics at the time of kidnapping.
And then the old guy got abducted by a bush.
He looked like he were in on that abduction. He smiled pretty knowingly. He explained to you that he'd wanted to ease you into this process. He said that he wanted things to be a bit more subtle, but you'd accelerated his timeline and clearly you were eager to get going. He'd been looking anxiously at the sky, and then suddenly something fell out of it very fast. Exploded
Caught
a
tree on
tree.
fire.
It didn't catch on fire, it just obliterated itself through soil up
Okay.
into the air. And this is when you saw the guy Homer Simpson into the bushes. Except the bushes were more taking him away than him stepping
And-
backwards.
And then the capsule player El Destructor, who's a big guy, came in and started causing havoc.
Yep. He's about 50 meters away at a minute. He threw a javelin. It erupted from the dirt in the air, heading straight for Lily, who did manage to dodge. Sigrid had dove in front of it anyway, and Matthias had stepped forward and caught it.
Oh wow, this is a big field. Okay.
So, some explanations. There is a lot of vegetation on the map, but
All black.
it's all black.
No, it's not.
Oh, there's no Trent on the map. What a nerd I am. There you go, Trent.
Okay. Thanks.
Wait, wouldn't we be closer to the exploded tree?
No, this is about right.
I don't think. Yes, I know.
Just over 50
Like-
meters away.
Oh, I
God,
am
this
much-
map is huge.
Yep.
In that, I mean, the hexes are itty bitty.
Half-size hexes. And everything going right is uphill from your current position. So that where he landed is kind of 2 meters up the hill. 2 meters above your current position.
Okay, so the river is flowing
Towards you.
towards us.
And it's very
It's
shallow.
going- This way. Yeah, I guess creek.
Also, the vegetation is mostly low. There are some bigger trees scattered about in this area, but none that you need to worry about so much.
Okay.
The far right beyond him is probably the densest patch of actual trees.
Yeah, the far right are pretty dense.
Heyo. So, Matthias, you just caught it. The smoke's settling. He's stepping out. And you get a good look at him for the first time. He is indeed a huge guy.
I forgot
For
to make a
you.
character for him.
Yeah, I also could not be bothered to try and make Joe Smith, who is 6'5" to 10 ish. Got to weigh at least 400 pounds.
Just
probably more
raw
like
muscle.
600. He is extremely sturdy. He's wearing an outfit that you recognize the mask of, but the rest is strange. He looks a bit like a giant hedgehog covered in javelins. He's got
Okay.
javelins poking
Matthias
out of his
won't
back
do much of anything.
all over.
Bit too shocked by all that's going on to do much.
Mm-hmm. Whoa.
I think I'll try and apparate my grenade launcher.
Are we starting turn order? Because I'm just gonna look and go, "Whoa, man! You hucked a javelin at." Whoa, man! Hey, hey, hey!
Hola, mis amigos. He yells down the hill at you. I will try my best not to kill you.
I guess this is when Lucius says, "Is that no?"
Not throwing javelins would be a good start.
Aha. But then this wouldn't be much of a challenge for you, would it?
I can't measure.
And he pulls a javelin off his back, Wee Chand. You can't measure.
Yeah, it's
I
weird.
see the measurement. Oh, that's
Okay.
James's.
Works now. I don't know why it was having a fuss
Everyone
earlier.
measure.
Do we want turn order?
I assume so.
Yeah, we should just go turn order.
At least get it ready so that way. I do like that Roll20 changed it so that way instead of spamming it with initiative rolls when you don't have your token selected, it just like tells you like, hey moron.
Select one.
I think that's everyone. Amazing. Oh, and look at that.
Cheers.
He's faster than all of you.
Mild shock.
He is going to throw another javelin. No, he's going to pull his arm back and squint down the hill at you all. Sigrid. He looks like he's getting ready to throw another javelin. Why is he green suddenly? No spells unless it's your turn. Sigrid.
Sigurd gone.
Oh, sorry. I should probably be looking at the players when it's the players' turns. Audrey.
Sigurd ran.
I didn't. She starts saying something, and she'll start heading up the hill, but at a step.
Trent.
Trent takes a change posture maneuver,
All right.
change to kneeling.
Okay. You're gonna lay down so you don't hurt your head when you activate your belly button. Gee.
Aiming my grenade launcher at the big guy.
Alrighty. Matthias.
Glance to see what Guy's doing.
Pointing a gun.
It's bigger than a gun.
Pointing bigger than a gun?
Grenade launcher, didn't he just say?
Yeah, I suppose.
Matthias is going to go ahead for cover by a tree.
Alrighty.
Lily?
Lily. Lily might have noticed that there's a couple of owls on the map.
I have not because they are so freaking tiny.
But
And she's in the corner and can see the whole map anyway.
yep, that too. That is a good point. And when there's no corners.
Bamf.
Bamfed.
So, like, that's me.
Yeah. Lucius.
I think I am going to get behind a tree and just be stealthy.
Yeah, you can give me a stealth check. How far did you move? Just one.
Yeah, just one. I took cover behind the tree and became the tree.
I am the tree. I am one with the tree.
I am the tree.
He's going to throw his javelin and at the same time cock his head to smile at Lily.
At me, or hucking the javelin elsewhere?
Chucking the javelin where you were aiming it in the first
Okay.
instance.
I'll just say, why you got to get dead?
Boop, 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 boop. Combat ranged. -8 plus 3 plus 4 is -1. Sink. It plants itself neatly in the ground. Right there. I should probably add a marker of sorts. Javelin. It is not a normal looking javelin. As soon as it lands, there's a bit of a and a bunch of arms pop out of it at kind of center mass. They look like they've got little bulbs or something on the end. And they start spinning up
Bulbs?
fast. Bulbs. Bulbs. Little
Light,
bulbs.
like light.
Yeah. Sigurd. Still moving. She's seen an owl. She wants to eat that owl.
No, she's flanking the big guy.
Yes, tell me your plans. Audrey.
She's going to look back to see where that thing landed, first of all, because.
Close,
What
it
the
sounded
hell?
like.
And then she'll keep heading up towards the guy.
Trent.
I sit.
Gee.
I don't like the looks of whatever that thing is, so I better get moving. Is there a movement penalty for all the foliage?
No, not at this stage. It's fine to run through. It's kind of light over in this area. Matthias?
Look back at the place the javelin landed from behind this tree.
Aye. I've not got any PDFs open. What a nerd, Lily.
Full defensive action, power dodge. So
Cool.
previous round was so now this round is, would you sign?
Lucius?
I go into shadow mode for now.
Alright. I'm nearly there. Scrolling. Mini nuke, is that where it is? Sorry, I'm reading, and that's not very exciting. All right, everyone.
And he's going for a second line. Is he reading? Is he partying?
Trent and Lucius, roll me HT -4, please.
Made by 1.
I fail, but I am also a shadow. Not sure that helps.
Oh, you also get a +1 for every yard from the center you were. So I think, Lucius, you actually just barely succeeded. And Trent, you
Woo.
succeeded by slightly more. So you're fine, but it is extremely loud. It has suddenly started emitting a high-pitched, piercing scream that is kind of Dopplering as it spins at high speed, whistling like a siren. A bunch of birds take off from around here, including a couple of owls, probably. Because, like, ow, there he is. And at the same time, you stay here. And he starts doing backflips. Oh wow, he starts doing critical backflips. So he probably makes it a bit further. Sigrid.
Is there a movement penalty to cross the creek?
Correct. It'll cost double to get through the water. Unless you're willing to risk slipping and breaking your neck.
Or you could jump.
Or you could
I
jump.
could jump. I guess.
You got to run and start, so.
Yeah,
No prep.
no prep.
Roll against
Jumping, there we go.
jumping or DX, probably.
Strength, no prep.
Long jump distance.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where you put the jump distance in, or your current movement in.
It's where it says run. 0. In movement feats
Oh.
on main page.
Ah, there we go. Okay. So
You enter
3.
double the relevant stat plus the distance run.
Really? I'm pretty
Okay.
sure the GURPS, the sheet must be doing that for you if you put the distance run
No,
in,
it
right?
says enter in your 2 times stat to use, hover over the word run.
Oh, so it does. So yeah, double your jumping plus 6.
Double my jumping plus 6. Enter in your 2 times stat. Oh, okay. Stat? Oh. That can't be right.
Twice your jumping.
All right. 10 yards apparently.
Damn.
It does seem unlikely.
World record.
Wait,
I
what did you put for the number?
Double my strength. It says use strength.
Victim strength or
Are
punching
you
strength?
using the optional rule on basic 352 for this? Because otherwise don't hit use ST.
Okay. So
Even then, though,
Okay,
it gives pretty powerful results.
that makes more sense. 3.5 yards. So
That's very reasonable.
yeah.
Much more reasonable.
So I'll roll dex for this.
Yeah, I was about to say, God damn.
You roll
Really?
dex or jumping, whichever's better. But either way, that's a crit fail.
That
So she
is-
slips off a rock and face plants into the water.
Yeah, I'll
I mean,
roll.
she might make some distance so she lands fully in the water.
Thank God this is warm and tropical.
Right.
Yeah. Tools.
In
What's
the
your...
jumping calculator, you can put negative gravity.
Cool. What's your HP, Sigrid?
20.
Uh, 4 crushing damage to location 13.
That's a leg, I think, right? Left leg?
Still not got all my PDFs open. Look at him read. 13 is the left leg pro memory.
All right. Like, that's not even a quarter of my HP.
It's not even broken, bro. Audrey.
Yeah. Although to everybody else, that probably was like,
Ooh, yeah.
Like she totally just slipped and like her ankle twisted fully around or something like that.
Sheared off some muscle from your leg.
Yeah.
Blech. Audrey in motion away from the loud thing.
Yes, absolutely.
Trent.
And she's full on booking it at this point.
Roll. I think it's an additional penalty now.
Do I have to roll again?
Yeah. Roll again at +2 and Lucius HT, so HT at -2 for Lucius and -3 for Trent.
Yeah,
I think I
minus three,
fail
make it on-
regardless.
I make it on the nose. No, I crawl on hex. Oh wait.
Alrighty. Lucius, you have gone deaf and your ears hurt real bad.
Does it make me come out of the shadow?
No, but you are in moderate pain,
Okay.
which I am getting to the page for now.
I think that's like a -4 to whatever I do.
Maybe
No, -2.
-2. That's not the right page at all. That's because I mixed up some numbers. Pain, moderate is -4. Nope, moderate is -2. -2 for moderate pain.
Okay.
Trent, you just spending the whole turn crawling away from the loud thing.
Yeah.
And Gee.
How much extra is running if you're not doing anything else?
An extra yard on your second turn?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, after a full round of running, you get plus 10%, minimum 1.
Okay.
Matthias.
Okay, so there was a weird conversation, then another guy showed up and started throwing stuff, and now they're horrifying noises and stuff?
Yep, very loud coming from right there.
Right. Let's not run to our death. Matthias moved 5 meters to the west.
Uh-huh. Lily?
A poster for my mom. On the other side of him, I'm triangulating where he will be next turn. That's me.
Lucius.
I'll try to move this way.
Alrighty. Just full move?
Yep. Yeah, I don't think I can run, or can I start running?
You can move your full move.
That'd be 5. Big.
Alrighty. Make a roll. He springs off his hands and lands on his feet back here. Facing you, Lily.
Damn, I was off.
And he whips out another javelin real fast.
Man, he's spry for a really big dude.
Yeah, he is.
Just wondering, is the javelin like? Did he whip it out and is like tensing it out towards me, or?
Hard to say at the minute, but he is facing you directly. This one looks a bit different to the others as well. It's not pointed. It's more like just a rod.
Okay.
Sigrid.
Ow.
Change posture maneuver.
Oh, do I need to? Did I fall over?
Yeah, you would have been.
Yeah. Okay.
lying.
Yeah, I guess change posture.
Audrey.
Audrey starts yelling something. She's going to keep heading forward,
Alright.
and she's also going to use her detect minds to see if that thing back there is actually a creature or if it's some kind of just. She's looking to see if it has a mind.
The thing making the noise. Trent.
But it's just sort of a looking around in general also.
HT -1 from Trent, please. No mind detected. Or not from the noise maker anyway.
Mhm.
New mind detected. Along with the old man's from before.
I just
Fair.
crawl away somewhere. Annoying shit.
Yeah, it's real loud. Gee.
I'm gonna keep moving.
Matthias. The tree in front here is moving. Like, wrongly. It's quivering suddenly.
Ah, shit. What way is the beach?
Closest is probably southwest.
All right, bitches to the southwest. Beaches, sorry, accent problems.
As you start running forwards, the tree kind of bends over as if it's made out of rubber and moves to block your path and guide you. You can either run straight into it or turn and end up kind of here instead.
Your pointer is black on the fog of war, which is black.
I should remedy that. still black?
Okay, so
So the tree
No, it's
like
good.
bent over like that, and you would have had to run like that instead of straight forwards. Or run. Or stop running as it bent
Sure,
in front
yeah.
of you. Okay, you turn to avoid it. Lily.
I'm full defensive warp.
All right. Lucius.
I'll keep moving.
How long are you gonna be deaf for? What did you fail by on your first roll? Were it 2 or 3? I think it was 3. Oh yeah, you're gonna be in pain for a while. Joe throws the thing at Lily. GM checking it. Potential success. The rod flies towards you, Lily.
Okay. And full defense. Can't remember what's the give again.
+2 to the dodge.
Depends which type you take.
All out power dodge.
Yeah. And you know what? I'll burn an FP for this. Why not?
17.
Didn't
Boom.
need to. But...
That is fine. Alright, where'd you end up?
Just 1 meter. So probably actually 1 meter straight up.
Koi. And he also turns and takes a step as soon as he throws it. Sigrid.
I guess finish standing up.
Audrey.
She's going to attempt to jump the stream as well at a more narrow spot. Pretty sure it's just a dex roll, which she fails. Yay.
Oh noes.
Well, at least you didn't crit fail.
Yeah, not quite a critical fail. I think you will drop to your knees, though, in the water.
All right.
No damage. You don't shear a kneecap off nearly. Trent,
Still embarrassing.
one more HT -1, please. I say one more. Maybe he'll choose to stay in that hex.
Then I'll keep moving away.
Alright. You feel it subside past HT volumes. Gee.
One more turn of movement, and I'll try and find some visual cover.
You should run and jump off Audrey's back. She's on her
Yeah,
knees right
no.
now, leaning forwards. You could kip up and then just rain fire down on him from above.
Ooh, point your grenade launcher at the ground under you.
Yes.
Angle yourself a little bit, and then really flick your vision as you fire.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Rocket
Good
or
old
jumper.
rocket. All right, that's all I got.
That's all he's got. No rocket jump, no Audrey jump. Matthias. The trees in front of you now start quivering and move towards you as if to grab you. Vines are kind of starting to crawl over your feet. They don't move fast enough to, grab if you take even one step backwards. But
Okay.
even the
I
grass
have
is wrapping around your
many
shoes.
points in a skill for pull-like weapons, and I have a pull-like weapon, and I'm wondering if I can vault over them, leaving the pole behind me.
Yeah. I'm not sure that pole vaulting defaults off javelin in any capacity. So not using the javelin skill, but perhaps using just DX minus 5?
What about the jumping skill?
Yeah, I'd take that. Jumping straight up. Jumping +1, assisted by a javelin that you've got a lot of skill in. There we go.
You know what? I don't want to get caught by this stuff, so you know what time it is.
Luck time?
Defoliant time?
Agent Orange.
I'll take the first 10.
What's up with that second one? I'm suspicious.
It's just the second.
I'll allow it.
Nobody wants to be second.
Yeah, you make it across the bushes that were gripping at you finger-like. Whoa, that was far. But a move was
6
included, I'm
meters.
sure. Nice.
Because 5 meters base plus already running.
I'm nodding. No one can hear that. Lily.
I'm gonna shout "road" at him, and then I'm going to do a full observe maneuver. I'm looking for any other people.
All right. Lucius.
Do I need to roll vision for that? Maybe?
I'd take give me a perception, just straight up perception.
Okay.
Success by 4. Nothing.
I will be using other eyes if they are available.
Mm-hmm.
So far, he's the only one against us, right?
From what you can tell, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just move there. That's my turn.
He glances over his shoulder as he pulls out another javelin, rod type like before, and he says, "I said," and that's not a crit, but he throws it only half looking in Sigrid's direction. Stupid new combat tab. Still learning.
Also, I didn't see anything then, right?
You did not.
Okay.
Yeah, he rolled a 6 versus a 10. So he potentially hits you, Sigrid. This rod is screaming through the air right at you. You probably don't even catch him throwing it. But you might catch yourself. Oh, it hit. Nice. So I said safe-ish. 12 crushing damage to the 14.
Is that her foot?
Maybe we
No.
should just say torso. 14 crushing to the torso, 28 for the purposes of knockback. As it hits you, an airbag explodes out of the tip that comes into contact with you.
Huh.
That's pretty cool.
It's got some kind of long, loose spring in it. that activates a sensor, so before it puts any real pressure on you, the bag's already exploding and pushing you. What's your strength,
she's-
Sigrid? -2.
Oh, 15.
So only 1 yard of knockback.
Sorry, you didn't want to cross that creek at all, right?
Yeah, apparently.
This river is unfordable.
This small piss stream of a river.
When we tell the story later, it's going to be a much larger river.
No, it is going to be the exact same size river in my stories.
I think there's a knockback save in defense now, or I thought they were.
There's a knockdown. Knockdown and stunning.
Knockback save versus crushing or cutting attacks. So yeah,
Where's that?
it's on defense in combat.
Oh. Right spot.
Should tell you how many yards per how many points of damage. You just took 28.
1 yards per 13. I took 28?
Yeah, for knockback purposes.
Oh.
No, 24. My bad. So yeah, you're good. That's what I wanted to check.
Okay.
And
But
it's
your ribs go.
It's your turn.
Oh. As her ribs slowly start healing back into place.
Lung reinflates. Just
Starts
splash across it. Audrey.
Stand up and get out of the river. And in general, trying to keep track of the extra mind. She doesn't want to get stabbed in the back or something.
It is sticking close, trying to kind of stay central around this main group here. Nowhere near Lily right now. Trent. Oh, and Audrey was standing up. Right. Do not need a HT roll from you, Trent.
Okay. No longer feel like my eardrums are gonna rupture.
No. Just very loud and annoying. You would not be able to hear anything that anyone said to you right now.
Mm-hmm. Y'all begin to get up.
What kind of fight is this for Trent? He sits down, he shuffles, he stands up. Is your butt all itchy, Trent? Do we need to take you to the vets? Have you got worms again?
Just gonna start scooching across the carpet there.
That's exactly what you just did. Gee.
Aiming my grenade launcher at the big guy.
Alrighty. Jumpy Matthias.
Just get going running along the river.
About 20 meters in front of you, a bush is shuffling into the center of the river. Lily.
All right. Matthias will eventually throw his shoe at the warmonger.
Mm-hmm.
All out defense.
Who throws a shoe?
All defense power dodge.
Lucius.
I'm moving this way.
If you pass through a river in shadow form and then come out of shadow form, are all your clothes wet?
I have no idea. I just figured that things in the shadows were different from the ones there. It only says it's two-dimensional. It says nothing about the properties of the elements.
Cool.
So I just figures it has to be physical, like when I was with Morrison, I had to be underneath his shoes. I'm not sure how it works with the river.
But if you came out from the shadows underwater, you'd be very wet very quickly.
Oh yes, definitely. As soon as I come out of the shadows in under the water, I'm wet and I'm physical.
He finishes his sentence. I said I'll come back for you. As he takes off into a full sprint. Like, it probably kicks dirt on you, like a Formula One car taking off.
He said stay there. That's it.
No, before he said
Liar.
I'll come back for you.
Okay.
Sigrid.
Sopping wet Sigrid just comes back out and takes off. Crack, crack, as ribs continue to heal back into place.
Crunch. Audrey.
Head forward, all out defense, dodge.
Trent.
I get up.
Gee.
How far apart are they? 15 meters.
Do you have a good judge of distance as a perk?
Oh,
Give me an
Probably
IQ
not.
check. But they look pretty far apart.
yeah.
Plus, I'm sure at this point you feel pretty okay with the idea of lobbing grenades next to Sigrid.
Oh, yeah, I'm not actually worried about that at all.
Okay.
It's whether I'm aiming for another turn or not. But I don't think I am, so I'm going to do a rate of fire 3 burst with my grenade launcher at the big guy.
Alrighty.
Alright. Combat and grenade launcher, and at 20 yards, the penalty is -6. And I don't get any bonus to hit from firing more than one shot. I've got 5 of them. We'll see. Boom. And recoil is 2, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I hit with 2 of the grenades?
Correct.
Okay, he is encased in 2 nets.
If he does not manage to dodge... You know what? He's just gonna let it happen, yeah. The nets wrap around him.
Okay. If you need it, nets are on page 411 of the basic set. So he has to have at least 1 free hand. I don't know how exactly you determine that when they come out of a grenade round. And he has to make 3 successful DX -4 rolls. Each attempt counts as a ready maneuver. And he can take no other actions.
I should have read these rules before I said he'd take it.
Animals roll at a -2, so do humans with only 1 hand available. Let's see. It is possible to also escape a net by damaging it. The victim can use attacks with close range. They hit automatically. Use breaking a weapon rules on 401, but treat the net as diffuse on 380.
Nets are brutal, bro.
Nets are brutal, bro.
Yeah.
So have at him, Sigrid.
Have at him, Sigrid.
Yeah, I guess.
Matthias, the old man, is emerging from the bush in the river in front of you. It scares the dogs of the jungle.
Okay, the old man who was also a Stasi guy, but sympathetic to us, ish.
It seemed that way.
Let us swim. Let us swim. Let us swim.
What is going on? And continue running because I still gotta ways to go to get to him. 10
Mhm.
meters.
Lily?
I am warping 100 meters straight up. And I'm going to be disappearing as a player for a few minutes because there are nachos to be picked up.
Pick up them nachos. Lucius.
And Lily doesn't really fight anyway.
Moving here.
I mean, she might want to take up dropping nets on people.
Do you need me to roll anything on
Yeah.
the on
Yeah,
that?
seemingly.
No, you can just shadow across the river.
Okay.
Probably on the surface because it's quite dirty. Okay. Given that he was just netted while running at full speed, I think it is highly likely that he's going to trip and fall and roll on the ground a little bit.
He is heading downhill.
And he rolls over, so he ends up on his back with his head pointing towards you. Sigrid.
Well, I guess now would be the time to do it. Yeah.
He's just going to, like, fucking rugby
I
punt
am-
his head off his shoulders.
I was actually thinking more like as he's like falling, he's like a big dude, so even like on the ground, like I just want to like dive into his stomach.
Fight him from the inside.
Oh no, I just like at this point I want to wind him.
Mm-hmm.
Like big dude fall hard. Like I want to make this a even harder fall.
What's your run distance with a super?
It is now 14.
Nice.
It's one hell of an elbow drop.
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
This will just be a straight up slam. Roll against DX or sumo wrestling to hit.
Kidding?
Oof.
What's his size modifier?
Good question, because
That
he's
is a
over
good
6 foot.
question. Yeah, he's probably got a 1. Really.
Large people wouldn't be a +1 unless they have actual like gigantism, which like you're talking too large to play NBA because of the other issues associated with being that tall.
Yeah, I just remember like old El Destructor was like
This is new and improved.
had to
El
walk
Destructor.
sideways. Yeah, yeah. I just am wondering how much.
I'm afraid not. I'm sorry. Bad roll.
Yeah. All right.
It was too low. I'm going to say you end up hopping over him.
Okay. I slam into the tree trunk behind him.
Yeah. You managed to, like, readjust yourself just enough to not take damage from running into a tree at that speed, though.
Okay.
Audrey.
Let's try to catch up. I can't do that though, so just moving.
You can't explode the muscles in your legs voluntarily.
Correct.
Trent.
I move away from the loud noise.
It's still pretty loud there, but faint enough now
Yeah.
that you can almost hear things.
Okay.
Other than the ee and whoop 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 whoop. Gee.
Aiming my grenade launcher.
You can just barely see him because of the foliage, but you know where he is because of Sigrid.
Yeah, that's enough. I'm gonna wait for him to stand up anyway.
Matthias. Wait to aim. Gotcha. So you said what is going on?
Yeah.
The old man says it's a test of sorts. Lily is away as a player, 100 meters in the air, picking up nachos. Is she back? Lucius.
No, should be a minute.
Wait, what?
She's not picking up nachos 100 meters in the air.
No. Do I get a turn?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Okay, old guy coming out of the river.
Coming out of a bush that walked into the river.
Are there any sticks on the ground that are vaguely javelin-y?
Yeah.
Grab one.
A straight, rigid stick.
Piece of hardwood, yeah?
Lucius.
I'm just going to move here. And that's it.
He's gonna remain laying, but grasp the net in his hands. Sigrid.
I guess turn around and attempt a pile driver. Like, I'm just gonna jump and squat and, like, cannonball onto his chest.
To the Bruce Lee stomping.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just stomp him right in the sternum.
Is there in martial arts?
I have no idea. It's more of a...
Kick to the torso.
Yeah.
Knee drop is brawling -3.
I think we're just gonna kick him in the torso.
Kick, torso. You hit. He does not attempt to dodge.
Alright, everybody want to watch me break my toe?
His arm is flexible. Both layers. Boop.
Yeah, that was so feeble. It was so feeble.
it's like trying to kick someone in a dream. Audrey.
Audrey's gonna finish catching up almost and start saying something. Is it quiet enough that we can actually hear each other, or is that thing loud enough that we can't really?
No, you'll be able to hear each other. You will find yourself talking over it, but
All right, she says you should, and then there'll be more.
Trant.
Yeah, I keep moving a little bit further. Not running as fast anymore.
Geet.
Forgot I was muted. Continuing to aim.
Matthias.
Did old guy react to Matthias picking up a long, hard piece of wood?
He raises his eyebrows and looks at you with a like, oh really? But beyond that, nothing.
I assume this is too shitty to really get aiming bonuses, so I'm gonna fire. Which takes a bit more effort now that they added so many different tabs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aim for his wing struts. He watches the stick like sail over his head. Clears his throat. Is Lily still gone?
Yes.
She's maybe 100 meters up in the air, watching. Lucius.
I'm just gonna move here, and that's it for me.
He Whoa! Tenses his muscles, and because of its diffuse nature, deals 1 point of damage to the net as he rips a big hole in it. That's still a fair amount, because the net has around 3 HP at most. Sigrid.
All right. Well, I pulled the hatchet out of my back.
You got a hatchet in your back. Is that not it?
Okay. I got one strapped
Minor
to my
health
back.
risk.
There's one strapped to my back.
Ready hatchet. Audrey. You might want to.
Give up. And she'll take a step forward and, I suppose, do a wait action on a feint. Triggered by him clearly not giving up.
Trent.
Burn a little bit more. Look around.
Give me vision.
Vision. Go.
Success by 5. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay.
Gate.
Continuing to aim.
Matthias. He says you missed.
Testing us?
Do you do anything else? You're like face to
Looking
face with
obstinate.
him now if you're
10 meters.
still not moving further forward. Gotcha. Is Lily back yet?
Nope.
Lucius.
Just moving here.
He might want to give up. But that would have been a shit waste of an hour. 10 seconds. Everyone lose an FP, please.
Sure. Did he have any reinforcements?
Not yet. He kind of glances at you both above him as he, like, gently grabs the net that's over him once more. But he doesn't make any sudden moves. Sigrid?
I am just gonna hold action on that hatchet until he does something.
Audrey the same, with the feint.
Yep.
Trent?
Yeah, I'm just walking up here.
Guy?
Continuing to aim.
Matthias, he says, yes. And Lucius? Oh, wait, Matthias, you don't get a turn. You do, but I was just there. Matthias.
Start talking.
Lucius.
I want to look around. Do I see anything that they don't see?
Vision check, please. Or that general perceptionis.
By 8.
By 8. You do see something. There's there's a tiny figure hovering above you. At first you think it's Lily, but then you realise you can see Lily as well. They're the same size, but the tiny figure is much closer than Lily is. And it looks
Does
like
it-
a fairy. A little
Does it leave a shadow?
green fairy. It does have a shadow right next to you.
If I hold a shadow, would I hold it?
I don't think so, no.
That's not how it works.
Then I'm just gonna say to Sigrid and Audrey from the shadows above us.
Lily, you lost an FP. Can you tell me what you did the past 3 seconds?
Watch and dodge.
Alright, pause turn order for a few seconds.
Sure.
You're all like maybe
Yep.
panting briefly. So he stops struggling and is just looking up at the sky. And he says, well, this did not go as expected. Matthias, what have you been saying to old guy?
How on earth is this a test? You are trying to kill us.
He kind of frowns and looks over your shoulder. And he says, it looks like they've already passed. And he starts walking towards you slowly, steps onto the riverbank, and kind of makes for their direction.
Might as well watch him go past.
Luke, is it safe to assume that 6 seconds go by?
Yep. Before he even reaches
And
them.
then Matthias will follow him.
Are we done?
I don't know. Are we?
For now, I reckon, says the old man.
So we didn't come here for a test. We just came here to talk.
Bam.
Well, I didn't mean to come here at all. Why has he got this voice? He's American, but I'm bad at American accents, really. But he's old. Maybe he should just talk like this.
I mean, same. She says.
But, Joe here was coming anyway because I triggered the alarm when I got kidnapped. So I figured I'd see what you could do to him, and, well, he's pretty useless, isn't he?
I'll pull out a knife and start cutting him out of the net.
Lily, you seriously need to ask people before you teleport them.
Like, all right.
Like, I was on the phone with my grandma. She's gonna be freaking out right now.
I was in the middle of a paragraph.
And I was talking to some shady dude who said he needed to talk to us all.
Consent.
What looks at first like a big green bug lands on his shoulder, but then as your eyes follow its swift, erratic movements, you see it's a fairy.
Faye? Hello, I say in Old Norse, like, hello, hello, little fairy.
It's just staring at you. Your head feels a bit tickly, like around your scalp. Daisies start falling onto your shoulders. And a wreath of flowers has appeared around your head.
It hasn't, like, grown out of my head, has it?
No, just, like,
Okay.
in your hair.
Mint! Mint! We need mint! It's fairy! I have heard the stories.
She's had enough mint. No one give her any mint.
Wait, mint's really a thing?
for this one at least. It's giggling. It's like, I'll trade mint for anything. Who has mint?
Lucius smokes. Will he have a pack of mints?
Maybe. Probably.
Lily immediately goes into her pocket and pulls out a sting of gum.
I'm picturing more like Mentos. I think she's more of a Mentos. Well,
Defresh maker.
Do you need a search check or something?
No, you've got mints. All of you
Oh.
have got mints if you want to have mints.
I
Barisa,
mint gum.
do not give it any mint.
But I got Mentos.
I don't care what you've got, pal.
I'm gonna hold it out. I'm gonna unpeel the thing of gum and hold it out in my hand. I want to touch a fairy.
It zooms
Phrasing?
off his shoulder.
I'm in the
he-
other room, Tara.
He goes to snatch it. And it looks like he's caught it, but she just slips out of his fingers and flies straight over to Lily and, like, splats into your face. Like, nose. She grabs your bottom eyelids, one in each hand, and, like, tugs on them a bit.
Okay.
And she sits on your chin and, like, tickles your lip with your wings. They buzz in really fast. They're, like, making you feel like you're gonna sneeze. And then
I'll do that thing where I like breathe out of my mouth.
and she like, gets blown forward and lands on your hand with a mint in it. And she kind of sniffs and does a bit of a shudder and, like, leans against it.
And I'm gonna like look over at I don't know whoever's closest. Guy looks like and go and just point to her and like mouth fairy.
He says, "Oi, can you give me some time, yeah? Like, just... You can have as much mint as you need later." And she just smiles and winks at you, Lily. And then buzzes away.
I assume the piece of gum is gone.
Yep. All right. Well, you don't give up, do you? At least some of you. Joe's standing up.
Well, we didn't really know what was going on, so
But after he threw Javelin,
mm-hmm.
That was the main test, really. As soon as Joe got here, he would have known what the deal was, wouldn't you, Joe? He's nodding. He's got his arms folded, and he's peeled off his luchador mask.
Okay, well, what about the rest of us who don't know what the deal is?
You're vigilantes. If you want to be. All of you. The state wouldn't allow it. Officially. But unofficially, I've been running national security for this country for nearly 30 years. In fact, more than 30 years. And it's not quite recruiting season, but we've never had applicants quite like all of you.
I think Sigrid starts beaming at that.
Apparently, the ties to fate lay in our hands. I just say sarcastically, looking not at anyone in particular.
You would think we will have enough uncorrupted forces to handle it. But, you know, such is life.
out of character. I have no idea what that means.
Oh, he's saying that probably a lot of the police and a lot of the high ups are bought and corrupted, and that's why things are the way they are. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
thinking what he's going to say.
I'm not sure if that was wrong at that or was that stupid.
There's no such thing as police.
Whatever were the people that he met with Morrison.
Those
Officials.
were something
Law,
else. About
law
Oh.
that,
enforcement, government officials.
we should have a
Then
quick
never mind
recap on that. So Lucius, you would have been forced to sign several documents saying you will never talk about what you saw and talked about in there.
Okay.
Penalty is banishment. They will make you stateless.
Yeah, he's just gonna state that he just believes the higher ups are bought and corrupted.
Mawson wants you to watch all these guys, much like he wanted Matthias to. He did not want you to help in any way with the neck mines.
He would have asked why does he not want him to help with the worm things. Though.
He would have told you that he doesn't need to give you a reason.
That's enough. So yeah, he will definitely do that.
All right, so yeah, that'll catch you up to now. And yeah, at the mention of corruption at higher ups, he's like, corruption's the wrong word when it's designed a certain way. But what do you think? I'd normally wait until later to say all this shite. I don't know why Garth's suddenly English and Northern.
Yeah, do your southern accent.
Maybe he's actively tried to ditch his American accent.
The Southern American accent or a Southern English accent? No response.
Can you use South American?
It was almost Montana, actually.
Probably not without being really racist.
Legally, what does
Legally, what?
legally what does vigilante entail in terms of protections and resources?
You work in my team. You've got unlimited resources. Within reason. You know, if you need it, I get it. If you need it, I get it. In terms of protection, no one that's ever made my team officially has needed it. Because they don't get caught like you rookies.
Lily raises her hand.
This ain't a classroom, but go ahead, miss.
Like, would this count as our community service hours?
Hell no.
Amazing.
Oh, great.
Would you forge our community service hours?
Absolutely not. Your community service hours will be an important part of your cover. That trial was for show. I arranged it.
That
wouldn't
explains an awful lot.
even have made
So the other
news.
officials there, Mr. Mawson, for example, are also part of this?
They're aware of my team. They're aware of what I do on the island and around the world in the name of the island's security. But they don't necessarily all agree with my team.
So we should be wary of them.
If you want to join my team, you should be wary of everybody. including me. But yes, all the Politburo. Every Surge member. And Morrison most of all.
I in.
We'll see about that, miss, but yeah, I think you might be.
Were you watching us before Saturnalia?
Not
Probably
all of you.
Like, you were watching some of us before Saturnalia?
You're a spy, right, miss? He says to you, Audrey. American spy? Looking for secrets in Nirvana?
Excuse me?
Audrey Hart. You're kind of rich, famous, socialite girl. You're over here. You're looking for internships. Who's the president? Have I said who the president of America is yet?
No, but I assumed it was, what's his face?
Clinton?
No, because I think we
No.
deviated. What was his-
Major victory.
No, the bird guy.
Oh no, not bird
Not the
president.
bird guy.
I think it's a real world Trump analog actor slash person. Come on, who can we have? Is Bill Gates president of America? Turned into a neoliberal uber fascist empire run by Bill Gates. It's only 1998. He's probably not managed it yet. That's for like.
Or if Bill Gates even did it. At this point, when you alter the history far enough back, it doesn't really matter. It's some face name.
But it'd be fun to.
Richard Nixon's head.
Agnew. It'd be fun. To,
Actually, that's not a bad. What?
That's also
Richard
Watchmen,
Nixon's
though.
Kids.
Yeah, it's Super Watchmen.
Yeah, that's why I'm avoiding Robert Redford as well, as great as he is.
Reagan?
Nah, Reagan's dead. He's very right wing. Let's settle with that.
Okay,
James
we'll
Woods.
figure it out.
James Woods is the president
James
of the
Woods.
United
Oh my God, yes, that's
States in
perfect.
1998. Hades is the president of America.
Yikes.
Yikes, indeed. So yeah, you're spying
He
for
played
Woods.
Rudy Giuliani in Rudy, the Rudy Giuliani story.
Oh dear.
I mean, I'm interested in technology, but spy is a dangerous word, man. Like, I enrolled in college. I'm not stealing shit.
Hey.
Like, Audrey's my friend and not a spy.
Oh, well, if you vouch for her, I'm sure she's perfectly safe. Well, even if you are a spy looking for governmental secrets or whatnot, there's no better place for you than on my team, because I will see every move you make for the rest of your life. Or mine, whichever comes first. I am getting on in years. What am I now, Joe? 102? 103?
I'm sorry, are you trying to convince us to join?
Like, you're saying a lot of stuff, but that's bad. But what are, like, the perk benefits?
Can you get Mila what that thing she want for me?
Guardianship.
Yeah, that. Can you make sure Mila got that? It seemed to hurt her lots when she wasn't going to. And she has been very generous host.
Maybe. If you're willing to help.
I already say I will.
He's gonna Goth smoked, right?
Probably.
No, he's 90. He's 103. He should be chewing on tobacco by now. He puts a bit of tobacco rope in his gob and bites it
Or
off.
is he gumming it?
He's gumming it, aye.
Ugh.
He's gross, for sure.
So none of us realize who he is, right?
No, this Garth is not a known part of Nirvana history at all. For anyone who's wondering, Garth was a character in Omega Illocution, a prequel to this game set in the 60s.
So there wouldn't even have been information in him and about him in the same place where Matthias found information about Chun Yu.
Correct. He's not even mentioned
Okay.
there. Maybe like anonymous pilot or something like that.
Garth is the Nirvana Section 31.
You thought he was someone called Graham Jones. That's his name as the council member.
Right.
And the history of Graham Jones is that he arrived on Nirvana with the first group of people to make land here. With the first group of people to step on the land that they'd made here. And he's a human. Not meta-human. American origin.
Bit of a history with Israel.
Here, not no more. But of course, that's a loud character. It's probably a great time for a break. Ooh, someone's saying things to me. Oh, here's the build. That were probably hours ago. Yeah. No, we're only 3 minutes ago.
Somebody actually sent you 'em?
Mm-hmm.
But yes,
Nice.
break. 5 minutes.
Break. 5
Yep,
minutes.
definitely.
All right.
Yeah, I just saw a lot of things in a few places. We need to break. Be right back.
Something might happen.
Something probably will. We're back. So, after a strange, confusing, very short fight where a few people could have got hurt real bad and Sigrid biffed it and there was an unfordable light stream.
Mighty River.
Old man has told you that he wants you as part of his team. Seems to be some kind of secret, government-sanctioned, but overseen maybe only by this guy. Group of vigilantes involved in national security and protection. What was someone saying?
Also, there was bad lighting earlier, so he looked 100, but he's like only 80-ish.
Yeah, he said he will point out now. Joe, you fucking idiot. I just checked my calendar and I'm only 80-ish. I'm not 103. I feel much better now. Oh, he stretches, cracks his neck. He does look amazing for 83. He probably looks more like Hulk Hogan now than an 83-year-old. I don't know, I haven't seen Hulk Hogan in a while. He could look terrible.
Hulk Hogan is 67.
Okay, so 20 years younger than 83. Ish. We're getting off track. Trent's been walking forwards during this time. Before you did this, would you have used your series of detects that you employed in the courtroom?
Yeah, most definitely.
He has got something. You're not sure if it'd work against you, but it's very different. Although it seems to have the same intended functions, it is much more advanced appearing than Mawson's.
Oh, interesting.
I'm trying to remember. Did you ever answer my question?
What was the question?
Perks.
Perks. He's about to when Trent does his thing.
Okay.
And as for perks... So, Trent, you're still attempting this one? Despite knowledge of the device?
Most definitely.
Okay, roll me an additional HT -5, please. You'll want to succeed by 6 or more? Oh!
Nice.
Bro, you got lucky. Wait, no, you didn't succeed by 6 or more.
No, I rolled HT -5 and
Yeah.
I succeeded by 3.
Trent's been walking up with a determined but curious look on his face this whole time. He takes one final step and flickers, and he is nude, and stood in a pile of his clothes and belongings.
Who, Trent or this old guy?
Trent.
Oh, nice.
You also hear
Teacher dick.
Wondered
Teacher
what a blue
dick.
penis would look like.
you hear a beat come
Ew.
from the old man's pocket as it happens. Joe takes a step and he just goes, okay.
Ooh, kinky.
That's a lot of blue.
Well, I
You like it?
suppose it could have been a lot worse than that, he says. You could have tried to kill me. So thank you for not doing that, Mr. Brightmore.
Put it back. Put it back.
I don't know if he has a quick way of doing that. I certainly don't.
I try it again.
Oh no. Let's hope you don't fail the third resist.
Oh, that's from my HD resistance. Success. I don't need to make this scroll again because it's already loaded.
Is he visibly doing something?
He's kind of staring at the old man. It's not like you don't see
Sure.
any other effect.
And this resolves
Now
in
that-
like a second anyway. So
Now that Trent is fully nude and he's not just reaching between shirt buttons to expose his belly button, you can see that he's got a really weird moving tattoo on his belly. It's all
Yeah.
fractally spirals. It makes you dizzy looking into it, and it's floating around his belly button like a galaxy with a black hole at its core.
Yeah, it did fail the HD -5.
So I don't know. It is your own thing. What you tried to use on him is happening to you when you use it. Why do you want me naked so much? He says, looking at his device.
Don't be silly, I don't want you naked.
Wait, were you about to use it on Joe? Just the way you looked at him.
Can we stop?
Oh, yeah.
getting man parts
That's right.
exposed.
That-
Old man
please,
parts exposed.
can you put on your pants?
Joe doesn't seem to have protection. I'll use it on him.
That's specifically a reason you shouldn't use it on that person. Protection is good.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Third time's the charm. Let's go, Joe. I resist the backlashes. Does it work it on him?
It does.
Roll my will.
Joe is nude. Success by 7. Joe is nude.
Why he get naked?
He covers his
People, stop getting naked.
obscenely. I did not do this. It's clearly him.
Okay,
Ugh.
if you guys can't stop, I'm leaving the Naked Brigade on the island, and we're gonna have this conversation someplace more civil.
Second that.
Put your damn pants on. I don't need to see old man dick.
You want to argue with the
Should I
young lady,
use this
Mr.
on Lily?
Bratmore?
Should I use it on Diddy? So
Probably
she gets
not.
stranded here.
I shoot Trent with a net grenade. At this range, there's also a flashbang effect, but we can ignore that if you'd like.
Just like, slowly, like lightly lift it up and just pop.
Yeah.
I mean, he clearly has a power to get around that.
Oh shit.
Maybe not.
Okay, so let's not ignore that flashbang effect.
Okay, I'm netted.
Okay, good job. The perverted criminal has been apprehended. Well done.
So with her hand up to
I-
one side of her face, blocking all the naked guys,
Joe's
she's
getting
gonna go-
dressed. It takes him a while
The-
though because he had a one-piece outfit that were like spandex, with javelins hanging from it.
Rest of conversation should be had over ale.
Still waiting for those benefits. Like,
Yes, and we should talk about that over an ale.
Lily, could you take us to my place?
And wine.
I look at Joe and I say, no.
We not need big man, we just need old man.
Yeah, Joe, you're free. I'm sure you're busy right now
Like,
anyway.
wait. Before you go,
Oh, yes.
Can we get tickets?
no. I need something, and I'm gonna poof to my mom's house, grab the poster off the wall of the team, poof back.
When Lily disappears, and for the few seconds that she's gone, the old man points at naked Trent, says, he tried to do that to me. But I've got this. It was a gift from a dear friend. And it ensures my protection against such childish behavior. And more malevolent.
What is he showing?
The device that were in his pocket, it looks like a fancy telephone.
Is that why I can't see your mind?
You can't see his mind.
Audrey was lying.
That's
Acting.
Fair.
yeah.
Oh, did you actually see into his mind?
No, she's
But
she
she's
is
been able to detect it.
no,
okay.
she is bluffing that his device does something to protect his mind. So she is baiting him to find out without actually trying it because she doesn't want to.
Oh, okay.
What? He says.
Can I take the thing from his hand?
You could try. You're in the net right now.
Yeah, but I can't modular abilities. Telekinesis. With no signature. And based on IQ. 2 points. Should be
points.
strong enough to lift the phone.
Well, you're stunned unless you can make a health -5 roll.
Oh, the net stuns as well? Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, no,
Only
it's got
on
like
the
a flash
first
thing built
second.
into it.
Oh,
Oh, that's true.
how long does that last?
Roll to recover against HT -5 each turn.
So probably
Oh, it's
only
just
a
once.
second.
So like 3 or 4 seconds tops.
1.
While
2,
he's writhing around on the ground for a bit, I'm holding a poster out to Joe.
3.
So yeah, I think that's enough time for him to say that protected me. And then Trent comes to. Lily holds a poster out. Have you got a pen as well?
Yep.
He takes the pen and like, says, turn around, please.
Oh, it's probably it. Yeah, I'll let him use it as the back. We actually probably have to pull it out of its frame. 'Cause
It's framed, yep.
it had that's
Yep.
It was on the wall.
yeah.
So no, I just use the frame as a rest then.
Yeah.
Who is it to?
Rayon Dunning, and I'll give him the spelling.
Mm-hmm.
Sigurd leans over to Guy, and I think she disappointed it not that hot shot.
Who's disappointed it's not Hotshot? Oh, right.
We'll get our
I don't-
chance.
I don't follow sports. It's not
No,
interesting.
but
when you
she
know who
not
wins.
shut up about hot shot.
Well, I'm sure the opportunity to meet Hotshot will come up at some point. After all, we're going to be working for the government now, right?
I still haven't heard their pitch.
Not officially, it seems.
Yeah,
It
unofficial still pays. Break open the breech of my grenade launcher and start pulling out the empty shells.
As comfortable as I feel out here, I really would like to go get ale.
Yeah,
Wine.
Me too.
we'll
Like,
go
why we continue-
somewhere quiet. Hopefully, I know a couple places. Trent.
There's usually no one on the third floor of the 78th Street Library.
Ex student union cafe in library or something.
Does it have beer and wine?
Yeah, I've definitely been in a student union bar where I was the only person in it at like 11 a.m.
Same.
Yeah, class at 10, then at 10:50 over to the bar, opens at 11, back, have to rush out for the class at 12.
At the very least,
head
once
back
that's
at
signed,
1.
Skip class at
Once-
2, go home, smoke weed. Sorry, go on.
once that's signed, I'm gonna pop it back and just hang it back up on the wall. Come back and bring everyone to a boba tea place.
Just before that, Trent, it'd be a quick contest to DX or maybe IQ because it's telekinesis to snatch the device.
I'll go with a kill then.
I'm not sure if it's like is TK DX based.
I'd imagine defending at least would be DX.
I think it's DX to slip it out of his hands because even given his age, 2 strength is not enough to
The GM might require you to make a DX or skill roll.
Yeah, so I'd take any kind of combat skill that's, unarmed or unbrained.
TK works just like 2 bare hands, which means any blows or grapples are DX, parries
you
are
go.
DX. Yeah.
DX.
Or escape artist, wouldn't it be at this opportunity if he's got it?
Not to get out the net, to snatch using telekinesis the phone.
I think filch skill would be adequate. So I'm just gonna roll DX.
Okay.
Where's my DX? Go DX. Okay, I'm gonna use luck on this.
He's just tangled up and he's just getting more tangled.
No, not trying to get out of the net. I'm using telekinesis to steal the device from the old man. Yeah, I'll take the success by 1.
Mm-hmm. It actually slips out of his fingers and floats into Trent's hand, which is just through the net, stretched out.
Oh, it floats into my belly button.
Oh, you want that, do you? Oh, it floats straight to the belly button.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Stealing a prized possession from a guy who just said he got it from a dear friend. You are a dick.
Yeah, is that inside you right now? He pulls something else out of his pocket and flips the
I
cap on
slap
it.
it off his hand with
Oh
telekinesis.
no!
You can try. He rolled particularly bad just then. As he pulls it out of his pocket, though, it's like a cigar tube, but he flips the top up and it's a cap on a hinge, and underneath there's a red button. He says, "Now, is that inside you right now?"
Do you don't know, do you?
Only one way to find out. Push the button. Push the button.
And his thumb comes down on the button.
Oh well.
I don't know what else you had in your belly button right now, or how close it
I
was
had-
to that device, or where that device
had some-
was.
Had some sandwiches, groceries, notepad, pens, a phone, a watch, a bunch of stuff. Nothing particularly valuable.
Okay, let's see how gone they are.
They'll probably very gun if it's a
Yeah.
bomb.
Yeah, they gone. Does a puff of smoke come out your belly button though?
If I try to reach into it, probably.
Mm.
I don't know, however, if the signal his thing is transmitting can go through dimensions.
Also, exploding dimensional things is a bad idea.
Yeah.
So he presses the button.
He presses
And-
the button though. Yeah, he presses the button. And he says, "Well, we'd be covered in
Yeah.
a lot of blue stuff if it was right inside him." So
Yeah.
Lily, could you give us a ride?
I'm gonna I'm poofing people to a boba shop. I know he
yeah,
Sigurd's
Lily starts
ale,
spoofing people.
but yes.
He pulls a gun out and points it at Trent.
The old man.
Yeah,
This is a cafe, sir.
before the cafe. I think Lily
Okay.
walks back when it's just the old man and Trent left.
Oh,
And the old man's just pulled a gun out and is pointing it at Trent. "I'd like that back, please. If you have it. Or I'd like to know where it was."
then why are you pointing a gun at me?
Coercion. Of course, I know there's more of you. I'd have to have you deported. Easy fix for me.
You know, coercion's not gonna work on the blue man.
Is that what Trent says?
Yeah. I don't like people spying on me, old man. And you admitted to be doing it for a while.
I admitted to be doing it to some of you for a while.
Aye. So, we're gonna be even for the time being. You can go ahead and kill this projection if it makes you feel better.
He squirts UE water from the gun. Couple of fine
Funny.
sprays. And then he holds his hand out to Lily.
I'll take him.
And now you can say, "Sir, this is a cafe."
Mhm.
And he points the gun in his mouth and gives himself a couple of squirts. And puts it back in his pocket.
You know, if I did that, I would get arrested.
It's a water pistol.
It's a liquid pistol.
It looks like a gun.
Yeah, it's a good one. I took the orange cap off. So, what is this place? What are we drinking here? They ain't got ale here.
I'm already at the counter. I'll take a sour plum slush, extra large, no boba, please. Maybe a little bit of lychee in there for a kick. Yeah. Thank
I think
you.
Sigurd stands up and starts to leave.
Yeah, he's looking out window already, and he's like, "I know where we are. Come on.
But it's boba.
You got your damn boba. I'm going to get a beer."
Lily, none of us have our wallets.
I'm paying.
You don't have your wallets on you? He pulls out like a huge wallet, old man wallet. It's the size
She abducted us from our homes.
of a baby. Oh, she abducted me from the street.
No, my purse and my shoes are back home.
I was in the middle of a paragraph.
What are you reading? Or writing?
Look,
Quiet time.
1 second.
we should discuss what Audrey say, pitch
Perks.
perks.
All right, let me get sat down. You've headed down to the ground floor of the building you were in, crossed the road, and headed up 3 floors of that building into an empty bar. In fact, it's not even really a bar, it's more like a public cafeteria with a bunch of vending machines in it, some of which will take your ID and give you alcohol if you're old enough.
I was reading Ouglaloo.
I don't know what that is. But okay. And he goes over and gets a can of beer from one of the vending machines.
Well, I have my drink, and then I'm gonna sit down next to him. Like, okay, tell us what we get out of this whole thing.
He's taking a big long draw on his beer.
Like,
What do you want out of it? What did you want out of it before I stepped in? You was already doing it.
Like, I was helping people, but I kept getting in trouble for it. So I just want to stop getting in trouble for it.
I can show you how to do that.
I mean, not snitching is a step in the right direction.
Yeah, snitching on yourself was a weird move, I gotta say. They would have got you anyway on account of all the
Sigurd
blood
just
you
says in
left
Old Norse,
behind.
yeah, I don't think she's blessed with too many brains.
To which he responds, but leaving your blood behind was a big mistake, I gotta say.
I mean, it's gonna happen with her.
How you know it my blood?
Magic, Sigrid. There's these little donuts in your blood, too small for you to see, but they're different to everyone else's little donuts. When you was in the hospital, they took some of your donuts, and now they can match them up when you lose them again. Like, scrape them up off the floor and look at them real close and say, yep, that's Sigrid's blood. They can do this on account of magic, Sigrid.
Well, I tend to bleed a lot. How do I?
Well, you gave Joe what looked like a decent kick. How'd that feel?
It felt weak. But if I make it stronger, leg tear apart.
I'm talking about his clothes. They'll keep your blood inside you. I'll get you something that'll mean you leave less blood behind if you need it.
I think he means armor.
Ooh.
Sorta. What Sigrid needs is more like a self-healing bag. This type of airplane skin that I've seen might make a good version.
Well, I think the rest of us are gonna want armor.
Oh my god, that thing is gonna get so gross.
It's all just blown up, full of blood. Sigrid's a walking waterbed by the end of the fight. There's just lots of pinhole leaks squirting blood out at you.
If you're wanting us to raise the stakes to what Guy raises them to, then yeah, I agree with Audrey. We need armor.
Probably weapons too.
All this goes without saying.
Seriously? I expected to be told no on both accounts.
You saw
It's
Joe.
not gonna
You saw.
send you out to.
Go on, sorry.
Go ahead. No, I was just gonna say that, like, if he's having us turn into vigilantes, that he's not gonna say no if we ask for protection.
Right? You saw what Joe was wearing. You think that's just his streetwear?
I assumed that was like a power or something.
No, Joe's just a beefy dude. His outfit is top of the line stuff. You probably want to know all about it, you American spy. But, nah, you had this stuff since the 60s. I'm not worried.
So you can do all that. It seems you're really a man of means, right?
Yeah, I can get most anything.
I've been pursuing a personal project for a little while,
Oh,
finding information about certain people. There's one man I don't think I can find myself.
eyebrow raise.
It seems he was here at the start of the island.
I can
His name
find
is
him if
John
they're
Yu.
alive. Oh. Yeah, I know where he is. Good luck getting a visa, though.
Might as well look at Lily.
Huh. He just
What?
he says huh as you look at Lily. Yeah, I
She
could.
kind of looks off into the distance, or like, could tell she wasn't paying much attention.
Give me a hard one next time.
The same guy
We should.
before he came here to this millennium.
What?
He said to give you a hard one.
I don't know where he used to be. I just know where he is. And you're probably near the government district. North Kadampa. North New Kadampa. Except for Trent, who is in a net naked on an island.
Biting my way out of the net.
Wait, did we leave Trent behind? Audrey asks.
No, I
Do you
brought it.
care?
So you did bring Trent, unless
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Trent was
assume I was
naked.
left there.
Once he gets pants on, I'll go get him.
That's reasonable.
It takes a little while.
I was gonna ask if you were going to check, but obviously you don't need to do that. Because there's already an owl curiously watching this strange blue human chew his way out of a snare.
So what sort of things are we supposed to ask for?
Whatever you need to do
Like a
what you think
badass,
you need to do. Like a what?
like a badass costume. Like,
Maybe training, so we don't get ourselves murdered.
That goes without
Communications
saying.
equipment.
What was that?
Communications equipment.
Obviously.
And like that paperwork to get read.
You mean like horns and flags?
Ooh, badges?
No, we don't need no stinking badges.
Badges, not so much.
And a base.
Yeah, you could do with all those things.
Look, the only thing I need right now is what would you call it? The paperwork for Mila.
If it is
Place
that,
to live would actually be kind of nice.
What was that?
A place to live would be kind of nice.
isn't that included with the whole like Nirvana thing?
Eh,
If you're a citizen,
That's what he says.
Sigrid says.
Did Sigrid say it?
no.
No, he does say it. If you're a citizen.
I'm citizen-esque, citizenish.
I know who you are.
I doubt that.
I know who you think you are. Rolls his eyes.
What do I think I am?
Time traveler?
You don't believe me?
I believe some of it.
What part don't you believe?
That you're from the future and you think the world's gonna end by universal collapse of timeline.
I will look in turn at Lily, and then Audrey, and then Matthias.
I don't say shit.
Lucius, Trent, Sigrid. I think this is news to you.
I frozen in time for 1200 years.
I didn't tell him shit.
And you look great, Sigrid.
Thank you.
Well,
So
I'm gonna
could you help him with that problem though?
Yeah,
The citizenship problem, not the time travel problem.
he is already a citizen. His name's not Guy, though.
What is his name?
I forgot.
Juan.
Juan. His name's Juan Wong.
That's
We want
Does
one,
he look
Juan.
like a Juan Wong?
Not
I don't
even
look like my
slightly.
first name would be Juan or my last name would be Wong.
That is quite the name.
Mathematically chosen from the most common first and last names from this time period on the planet.
Nice.
Rolls his eyes again. What we have here is a deluded person. I can get you a place to live and the help you need, son.
Oh, eat a bag of dicks, but yeah, I will actually take the place to live if that's okay.
And I will
Sir.
take the bag of dicks, but not eat them, thank you.
That's a fair trade.
If we're just asking for stuff, I'd love that internship.
Yeah, and I'm sure they'd love an American spy to be their intern.
Could you at least like not block it so I have a shot?
My eyes are going to fall out of my head if I have to roll them any more harder than I'm already doing. But yes, I will not interfere. I wouldn't even have the power to anyway. I'm a member of the Politburo, but aside from that, I'm just, standard citizen.
Uh-huh.
No way anyone's going to listen to the crazy ramblings of this old man about some American spy getting an internship.
You're being a dick.
I got a whole bag of them.
She laughs at that.
Like, that's all I can think of for now. But, like, could you also. Oh, wait, no. I don't want to wear a tracker.
That's part of the deal, part of the cover.
Just kind of glare again. All
Are
right.
you going to be covering her tracks then?
He didn't say anything. Burry takes another big drink out of his can of lager, slurps it.
Could I at least have a fake tracker then that goes all over the place? Or are you going to be Mr. Mystery Man? Because really? Like,
You know anything about those trackers?
no, I'm not a criminal.
Maybe you should read up on it.
Actually, you are.
Glares at you.
Latias have good points.
Said the criminal. You were absolved, but I don't know if that's gonna hold. Y'all been reading the news? And most of you probably have.
No.
The less left-wing outfits, organizations, news services are calling for mega punishment on
For
everyone.
us?
Yeah, they say you should all be deported. And they are shouting the loudest. The more state-friendly news organizations and the left-wing ones are pretty pleased with your sentences, though they worried still that they might be a bit lenient, especially for Sigrid, who got off with absolutely nothing. I can't remember what the point of talking about the news were.
That
He asked if you didn't.
people are calling for
Tracker.
steeper sentences.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to lay low for a while.
Yeah. You know, while we train and get ready to do this thing.
And go on a boat trip for buried treasure.
Right. There was the boat trip. Yeah. Like I say, Sigrid's only concern, like, she's in 100%. All she really wants is the custodianship for
The Dunnings.
the Dunnings. She wants to make Mila happy.
Aw.
What? She's been nothing but amazingly kind, and Lily and I have been treating her kind of shitty. Lily more than Sigrid.
Aw.
Hey,
Trent,
we have years of stuff. You don't. You know how it goes with family.
not Trent, Lucius, have you got anything to say?
Not so far. Oh,
Okay.
wait. Maybe one thing. Would it be possible, well, Lucius would say, would it be possible to work with Morrison? Not for Morrison, not with, not as an assistant for Morrison.
Is he asking this?
Yeah.
Like, out loud?
Yes.
What exactly?
Someone just blew his Stodzy cover.
Yeah.
Sorry, no,
he looks
because
directly at you and says, oh, "What exactly you want to know about motion? What exactly did you talk to him about?" Well, he had you under special arrest.
we had donuts. We had
That's-
donuts and talk about time crisis. I'm saying because he's
That
a
is
cool
where
guy.
you were?
Yeah, just wanted to say it. He's a cool guy. Want to work with him. Any way you can do it.
I'll be in touch with all of you. He finishes his beer.
Okay.
So, seriously, does Sigrid ever get an answer from him?
I'll see what I can do.
Okay. Cool.
And he just kind of smiles and leaves.
Well, I'll take y'all home if you want.
Ever, do you recall earlier in the conversation, Matthias asked about Morrison, and we found out that Morrison was not particularly aware of this stuff, so this is we're sort of working against him with this?
I thought it was the other way backwards. Morrison had all the idea and he was working with them, so there was no point. I remember Luke saying that he was working at the same area, so I didn't saw anything wrong until you guys mentioned it.
Mawson's Garth said that Mawson is aware of his team, but he does not necessarily agree with his team.
I thought he said he was with his team.
No. So
I see where.
I think we can.
You just asked Professor X if he could set you up with some work with Magneto.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, this is different, but
What
yeah, I
makes you
see
think
where
it's not the other way around? I'd say
Do
we
you
could
wanna?
potentially retcon that.
Yeah, sorry about that. I misheard that. I thought that we were on the same team.
In that case, Trent, did you have anything to say? If you're even still here.
After he leaves, trying to just say, I do not trust that person in the slightest.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I like him.
Well, we all have to make our choices. I wish you good luck on yours.
Yeah, the good point about the news, though. We probably should let things blow over a little bit before we do anything crazy.
Agreed. 48-hour moratorium on vigilantism.
Boat trip?
Boat trip.
I think your tracker fittings, I can't remember what day they're scheduled for. Partly because my calendar only goes up to 1998.
Well, I was appealing it, but you know.
Monday the 4th. It'd be Monday the 4th of January. Oh, is it the same dates as this year in 1999? Cool if so.
Yeah, my lawyer was appealing. I assume they get denied.
Yes, appeal denied. There is a whole kind of back and forth between your lawyer and the court that you would be asked to give additional statements for, but it's more like your lawyer asks you more questions and then sends you a printout of your air quotes statement, and you
Okay.
either sign it to say that's definitely what you say or ask your lawyer to change it.
Okay.
And it's still denied, with the reasons being that you're a serious threat to society and your mobility and abilities make you even more dangerous, and the citizens of Nirvana would feel a lot safer if you were kept under watch for the foreseeable future.
Well, I'm immediately researching how to fake one of those.
Give me streetwise or research, please. Or electronics operation security. Success by 2 on the research. You start getting, after he's said it, you start researching those things. At first, you're just reading, government material and manufacturer material on them and the procedures and stuff like that. But you do come across a couple of threads to look deeper into. What you asking about, one man, bro?
No, someone said one man, and I was like, one man?
And then I'm gonna play the most adorable daughter ever and be all kind and try to kiss ass and do all the things you're supposed to do when you're kissing ass to try to get out of trouble.
Alrighty. When are you planning the boat trip for?
Sunday the
2 or 3
4th.
days.
Sunday the 3rd.
Sunday the 3rd, probably.
Yeah, the 3rd.
Cool.
But, I think Sigrid will... Like, I think she wants to have a private chat with Mila and Ray.
Okay. Well, New Year's Eve comes before you manage to have your private chat. You've been
Okay.
working up to it, I think. But on the morning of New Year's Eve, Mila comes screaming after reading the post that's arrived. Wakes everyone up in the house. That threat that you had to move out, by the way, Lily. That's not been made good on at all, but Mila's kind of just been ignoring you entirely.
Okay.
Let's change this. So, what day is the 31st of December 98? Calendar. It is Thursday.
Okay.
And she's screaming, "It's been accepted! What? They accepted the application."
Like what application?
The guardianship.
Well, of course it was. You're like a good mom.
But
kiss ass, kiss
Suck
ass,
up.
kiss ass.
But I was named in the deposition as one of the failures.
Like they were blowing smoke. Haven't you been listening to the lawyer?
Representative Domper and Vitalis called me out by name, but... Well, this is something. And then she kind of realizes that she's still talking to you. She's like... And Ray's rubbing her eyes as she walks out of her bedroom. Mila's just like, "It's the best news ever," and throws her arms around her. "Oh, this has really cheered me up." And then
But
she-
side note, did Ray freak the hell out when she noticed the signature, or has she not noticed it yet?
The signature?
On the
On her
poster.
poster?
If you've not told her about it yet, then she's probably not noticed it.
Okay. As she does that, they give the hug and then they go, just tap on Oma's shoulder after she disconnects and goes, "If you want even more good news to make you happy, look at your a killer whales poster on your wall."
To Oma.
What? You shouldn't have said anything and slowly started to accumulate all of the signatures.
Nah, they'll just pop up. I'm trying to do kiss ass and they're in a good mood right now, and I want to bubble the mood even more.
So Mila starts cooking breakfast. You say that to Ray,
Yep.
and she looks over at the poster and just screams like a One Direction fan, 14-year-old girl scream. And Mila drops the plate that she's holding and it smashes, and she's like, "What? And then Ray's just pointed at the poster. She's like, "It's fucking
It's-
my poster."
Probably about now that Sigrid, wanders out.
Mila's like,
Breakfast.
"When did that happen?"
I'm looking nonchalant, totally chalant. You know, the thing where you're trying to pretend like, oh, I didn't do anything good, but you totally did.
Ray's still freaking out. She drops to her knees and she's just worshipping it. Not Bill and Ted, Wayne's World style.
Not
I'm
worthy. Not worthy.
And
It's just a signature.
Mila notices Sigrid and spins around. She's like, oh, Sigrid, what do you want for breakfast today? I'll make you anything. Check it out. Look. She slaps down the papers. You can't read. She says,
Yeah.
the guardianship's
what
been
that-
approved. They
Oh,
accepted
good.
the application.
He did it. Excellent.
Who did it? What?
Facepalm.
Oh.
Did you make a
What was
petition?
his name? What was his name?
Graham
We never-
Jones, but he's not told you any other name, really.
It's almost
Yeah,
better if you have to ask Lily what was his name.
Yeah, that's...
Just, what's his name? He was councilman, and then we met with him on the island where we fought the big dude.
Just face, just a head, a smug look gone, just forehead bang on counter, just
Mila doesn't even look over at you. She just kind of looks a bit quizzical. She's like... And then she throws her arms around Sigrid. And she's got, like, joy tears streaming down her face. And she's like, you did this, Sigrid? Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
I joined his super fighting team. Lily and I both.
now they're like just pounding the back of my head with both my fists while it's on the counter. Just so wham, wham.
If only
wham.
Matthias were there, he could say it was one of those arcade games.
Yeah, the pleased, confused look thought maybe an arcade game at first, but then she's just shaking her head. Who did you speak to?
The man with the fairy.
What?
Yeah, the Phaon Island over there.
I don't know what you're talking about, Lily.
But he was old councilman Jones something.
Graham Jones. Councillor Graham Jones, the oldest councillor.
Yeah, that him.
Longest serving councillor.
That him. We joined his.
He has a team of superhero fighters that you've joined, and that's the reason the guardianship's been approved.
Yes.
She asked that question to Sigrid, but she's looking at you, Lily, when she says it.
I poke my head up and just go, oh yes, a magical crime fighting division where El Destructor from the whales are on it, and there's a magical fairy who loves mint gum. She's doing it in that like kind of sing-songy, like it's a magical thing voice.
Mila's mouth is open and she's frowning. She turns back to look at Sigrid.
Sigurd's just looking at her completely deadpan because, you know, everything was true.
Her mouth finally closes. Then she says, what did you want for breakfast?
Steak?
And she opens the fridge. Anyone else got a scene they want? It's New Year's Eve. There's probably quite a few parties planned.
I am gonna put in an order for like 20 pounds of mint leaf.
That's a lot of mint leaf.
Yes, it is.
Putting in an order is a weird thing to do in 1998, I think.
Unless your mom owns a giant company.
Yeah.
I mean, it could also mean going to the store and saying, I need to order 20 pounds of mint leaf because they don't have their own stock.
Yeah, I think that's the case. You're like, is this all the mint you have? I want
Pretty
more, please. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah. £20 a mint ordered. And
Or just as much of it as I can get. I'm gonna start leaving off. Basically, every like 3 days from here on out, I'm leaving an offering where we met up on that thing. Because Lily knows bribery of magical creatures from her experience with owls is not a bad thing to have.
fair enough. So your
That's it.
baby gets stolen.
I mean, she doesn't know that bit, but yeah, bribery of friends is a good thing.
Of Faye.
Queen Toot Toot.
Did anyone have any significant plans for New Year's Eve?
I have one. Not sure if I could give it another try.
Another try?
Yeah.
What was the first time? But go
The
ahead.
one where I screw up my cover at the first word I spoke this session.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I guess this time, Lucius is joining one of the parties, New Year's Eve, but he is at one point saying that he's leaving to go meet Laura. She was in another party. But on his way, he turns into a shadow, and on one corner, he turns, and I want to just say narratively that that's the point where Jack is. Sorry, Morrison. And he just drops from the shadow the letter with the report that he requested. Mostly is a small resume saying that as soon as I left, we were sent to an island and we had to fight this masked big guy just to be convinced by two naked old men to join this vigilante group and all the details.
Shit. He's gonna be blowing the fact that Matthias isn't telling the whole truth.
You managed to get that info over to Mawson.
Well, it's just his point of view. He's gonna omit you from all the report. Don't worry.
Why is he gonna do that?
And
Because he was told to check on Sigrid, Lily, and Audrey, not you.
but to omit him entirely from the report is a bit strange.
No, I mean he is telling the report about what happened to him, Audrey, Lily, and Sigrid. He in no other time mentions anybody else. No Trent, no Matthias.
Ah,
Well,
I see.
You do Trent, but you say two naked men.
I meant those the ones that were convincing us to join the vigilante group.
Yeah,
Only
but
one of them was naked.
only
Oh.
one was naked. Trent was the other naked guy, but you could just say two naked guys, and that would not be a lie.
Okay. But yeah, that's his report. He's being truthful. He's not lying, and he's not trying to screw this up. But he does not stop. He doesn't say anything. He just gives him the letter for Morrison to pick up, and then he goes straight up to meet up Laura for the before New Year, so that they can have the New Year kiss.
Radio.
I mean, New Year's parties. I assume that we're gonna get together with the usual ruckus crew with all our friends who have the good drugs and good alcohol.
Yeah.
If
Go on.
if that's the case, then I guess Laura would be there with you guys, and I will be catching up just before midnight.
Sounds good. So it'd probably end at Phil's place. Audrey's apartment is still unfinished.
That's totally fine.
Although, to be fair, we could potentially just, look at the original plan.
Potentially, although I suspect that once we decide that we want to set some things up, we might do some renovations.
Yeah,
You just need to give Audrey GM powers for a weekend.
potentially. I would also like to do it. But
Yeah,
she's got a fancy apartment. But it seems like no one's particularly fussed. Nothing major happens on New Year's Eve.
Gonna try to hook up with somebody.
How hard you trying?
I mean, middle hard.
Gives a skill roll if you've got one.
What does that come to?
I'd take a sex appeal.
I don't got sex appeal.
Take diplomacy. What kind of reaction rolls have you got?
Carousing.
Diplomacy. Carousing, I'd take, yeah.
What's carousing default to?
It's a
Health.
HT-based skill. Otherwise, I can give you a reaction roll.
I mean, yeah, I'm flirting with people in our cluster, pseudo cluster, though. So I don't know.
You'd manage
Doesn't
it.
have to be like a role play.
I'm not sure if it's someone known or if it's a randomer.
Could be either. I mean, if you want to have it be
Both.
interesting,
It's
swings
both.
ways.
It's a randomer and someone you know.
Okay. All right.
Just someone that hasn't been defined yet.
Because Lily is definitely bi, so it was it could have been anyone. But yeah, she hooks up with someone because that's what you do on New Year's.
Aye, aye. And carousing was HT -4.
Oh, I'm so bad at that.
Matthias is probably at this party. If he would want to attend.
If the others are, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Lucius shows up late.
Same.
Trent does not get invited this time.
Oh,
Maybe Guy does, though. Or
I don't know,
Juan.
do I?
Yeah. You get invited.
I'll show up.
So Juan's already got an address. Do you just not know where that is?
Either that or it's a building that doesn't actually exist.
Okay, yeah.
Or it's like apartment number 6 and the apartments on that row stop at 5.
In that case, yeah, then. Let's have a scene in the heat of the party. Like, it is just past midnight. There's fireworks going off all over the island. There's the huge display going on in the central business district. You're probably all above ground now to be enjoying that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I think you're in Langdama, your building, so you've got a kind of amazing view if you just head up to a park above ground. There's quite a few people all over the place, actually, in the park, celebrating, drinking, taking drugs in the street, watching the fireworks, dropping the babies in the ocean, picking them back up.
all
Where?
the traditional things.
Oh, we're in Langdala?
Langdama.
Wasn't wasn't Audrey's apartment in
Audrey's is.
CBD?
In fact, maybe you moved over to Audrey's apartment because she was like, it's above ground. I've got a huge balcony. Who wants to come over?
That could work.
Yeah,
There we
so in
go.
fact, you're in Audrey's amazing garden in the CBD. Tiki torches being waved around violently.
Audrey is not happy about that combination.
Bunch of guys
All right.
in kiyakis.
She's also
I'm Elena.
Elena's about, for sure. Everyone's here. But someone is heading to the bathroom. His name is Guy. Coincidentally, I'm using one of your serendipities because you've got a shit ton of them.
Oh, yeah.
You hear a knock on the door, which is very strange because outside that door is like a very tiny hallway to an elevator and a staircase. Like, it'd only be another member of the building knocking on that door, you think? There is a hole for looking through, probably more like a TV screen in this apartment.
Okay, well, I'll go take a peek out.
No one there, but there is something on the floor. It looks like an envelope outside the door.
I'll grab it and take a look inside.
On the cover, it says "Gee."
Even better. Now I don't feel bad about taking a look inside.
And it's lumpy. And as you open it, there is a house key inside and an address.
Is it right next?
It's a full letter. It's like Juan Wong, dear sir. We apologize that your recent property or your previous address was converted into a laundromat. We additionally apologize that this error was not rectified for 3 months. Your new state-provided lodgings are... Enclosed is the key.
All right.
It
I'll
says, like,
put it in my pocket.
delivered by hand on the top left of the letter.
Except it wasn't delivered by hand.
Close enough.
Well, okay. Where is the property?
Shithole below ground in Maylong.
Maylon. Okay. Wow, way over there. Okay. Well, I'll go check it out after the party, and then go back to the bathroom because I assume I was heading there for a reason.
True dat. Need more coke. Audrey's got a shit ton in her medicine cabinet.
I would dispute it if
He
it was wrong.
probably doesn't mess around with those sorts of things, especially after his experience on the island.
Or, I'm dying of thirst. How about a quick break and then we return for the final session, which is probably going to be the start of a boat trip.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
I heard no major complaints. We'll be right back. We are back. So, New Year's Eve passes. It's quite the party. Everyone spends Saturday recovering, and on Sunday...
Does she manage to hook up,
You did manage to hook up.
Elena, or not?
No, not Helena. She...
Okay. No, not Helena. Cheese
Malia?
girl.
Malia. No, she's way out of your league, bro.
Okay.
Sorry.
Where's the shot? Ah,
Malia's probably
Yeah,
not even at this party, I don't think.
yeah, her and Sigurd actually probably stuck at mom party.
No, Sigrid would be let out.
Oh, so just okay.
Why would Malia be trapped with Mila?
No, never mind.
Confusion.
Yeah,
Does it really matter at this point?
no, it does not.
It is boat trip day. You've got it planned. There is a crew for the huge yacht planned.
So we're out of the doghouse enough to be able to actually have the boat.
Yeah, that was still promised to Guy. Offer still stands.
Excellent.
So, based upon this boat, how rich are they?
Think like the number 8, but turned sideways.
No. But richer than you would have thought possible on Nirvana. You thought,
Okay.
from what you'd read, that there were limits on capital, such that one family wouldn't be able to own a boat like this.
Right, so solidly billionaires. Fair.
Not billionaires, but definitely multi-millionaires.
I'm glaring at the boat.
Fair. It's a nice boat, Audrey says.
Like, I never use it.
Really?
I don't like boats.
Welcome aboard, Madam Lily, as you float up the deck, and Captain Tom passes you the weighted life jacket.
Yep.
These very different boat than I've ever seen.
There's someone
Mhm.
holding a tray of champagne. There's a bar with a bartender.
Ooh, I
This
go
is
to
my
the bar.
I'll take a flute of champagne and head up to the bow.
Audrey does the same. This is my kind of boat.
Well, cheers.
Have you already lodged them a cruise plan that you'd like, or do they just think it's a pleasure cruise at the minute?
We probably told him to go to this specific area, but probably pleasure cruise.
Confirm? Deny?
Yeah, that's fine.
Firm.
All right.
Mhm.
I'll stick my duffel bag somewhere close.
I'm wearing boating clothes. Like the white bottom sneakers so that it doesn't leave scuff marks on the deck, and sunglasses.
Is Trent here?
You could also just not scuff your feet when walking around.
Trent's invited.
You
I mean,
know
he
that.
knew we were going to leave at this point anyway, so.
That's
Plus,
Mhm.
we can always net him and throw him over the edge if he starts being uppity again.
Trent is trying to reverse engineer the device.
You got it in bits.
Oh, so you're not here.
No.
All
Okay.
Trent's involved.
It's an all Trents on deck situation.
Well, not all of them, just cannot
There
put
has-
so many people in a project.
There has to be one watching MacGyver.
Yeah.
Taking notes.
Scratching
Bubble
his
gum.
big blue
and-
balls.
I guess we'll wait for him for a bit because he was invited, and then after an hour, we'll just be like, I guess just go.
Half hour.
Yeah, not an hour. We're gonna leave we're leaving a message with the dockmaster. We're getting out of here.
We don't need to leave a message with the dockmaster. I'll just set an owl down.
And
Can
the
he
boat.
speak to owls?
No, but if I can always nab him if he shows up.
Oh yeah.
Just remember to account for the boat moving when you come back.
There's an owl over there on the boat.
Very sleepy owl, but yeah.
And I can when they did my testing, when I had to re-up for my testing a couple of years ago, we managed to get a really good distance out of me.
You have to re-up testing?
Yeah, your powers get better.
Kind of feels a little creepy.
Shrug. But yeah, I was able to hit 1,500 kilometers.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's like to South America, right?
Close.
Oh, we're going to take us over to the world map, but the measuring on there is not accurate.
That's
So Hawaii.
Hawaii. for
Easily
sure.
Hawaii.
That's impressive.
It's hard, but I can do it.
Well, it's a pretty calm journey out there. And after 2 hours, you hear the engines of the boat turn off. And the captain will walk down to the bar area up at the front on one of the higher decks and say, we're in the place where you requested. How long were we planning on staying?
What's around here?
till we're done.
Open water.
Go ahead and drop the anchor And does this thing have some sort of active sonar, like a fish finder or whatever?
He nods. Do you need the rods?
No, but I'm going to go snorkeling. Anybody want to come with me?
What's the current depth?
X. I have no idea what the depth of the Pacific Ocean's like.
Are we on the shelf, or are we like out into the sea?
Past shelf by now, for sure.
Could you get the scuba stuff? I think we want to do some scuba.
I don't know how to scuba dive.
Neither do I, but I don't need to.
Do we have a submersible?
No.
No.
So if you Google search depth of Pacific Ocean, the number you get is 36,161 feet.
That's the Marianas Trench.
Yeah, that is the Marianas Trench.
Yeah.
Also, it gave me meters.
Well, yeah, because
that's
you
true.
live in a meter country.
Meter.
Its median depth is 4,000 meters.
It's not that deep here. It's a couple of thousand meters.
So close to a mile and deeper than any
Just over a mile deep. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
no,
so about
like
a
scuba divers can
15-minute
go down
walk.
about 200 feet.
Audrey
and
will
even
say.
that's dangerous.
Audrey will say to the staff, "Hey, could you give us a moment?"
Of course. And Captain gives his crew a bit of a look, and they all clear the deck for you.
So are we here?
Oh.
Apparently.
I
There
mean,
doesn't seem to be much here.
is this the point where you let us know what's going on?
All I have is the coordinates.
Everyone give me vision checks. I am assuming you're going to start looking around at the open
Yeah.
water.
Yeah, starting using detects and stuff as well.
Oh.
He's succeeded by 6.
Sigrid don't see shit.
8 from Matthias. And
He
9
sees
from
everything.
Guy.
I can see the entire timeline.
Jeez, your guys' perception. Oh, because that's your IQs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Combat ranged. Scroll down.
Yeah, mentalist.
Yeah, you think you see something. Vaguely catching the light. Guy and... Did someone succeed by 8? Matthias? Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy and Matthias both catch something glinting way off to the east in the water. Maybe a kilometer or so. It's tiny, but it's catching the light like it's somewhat slightly reflective.
Point it out.
There's something underwater out there.
I see it. So I'll run up to the flybridge
Mhm.
and direct whoever's.
There's a companion boat. What do you call it? A shuttle. Like just a little dinghy with an outboard motor. If anyone's got boating.
I have boating actually. Yeah. Okay. Fine. We'll take the little boat out there.
Captain.
Does the
make you all
boat have a
put
computer?
life jackets on it. I'm sure the main boat's got computing systems, but not like a personal computer.
Oh.
And I also want to point out, it's not called a life jacket. It's called a personal flotation device. It will not save your life. It will assist you in saving your own goddamn ass.
I'm not on a rafting trip here, pal.
I remove my weighted jacket and go over there to check out what it is and then wait for them to show up.
A shark jumps out of the water and swallows you whole. Please make a new
Warp out.
character.
It would be
Shark's
more
got
likely to be a white whale.
Cosmic on its irresistible attack.
I'm just going over. I'm not going to touch it or anything. I'm just waiting there and being like the beacon over it.
Mm-hmm. As I thought that were a boating check being made, but no, that's a book loving
Oh,
check.
yeah, you want me to roll boating, huh?
Yes, please.
Yeah, Matthias rolled Moby Dick.
Call me Ishmael. That's as much as I've read. Only a failure
boy.
by 3. You make it over there. It's wobbly. Everyone's asses get bruised on the.
He might have failed by more because he didn't actually say what type of boating it is, which does matter for this. There are several different types of boating
would've
skill
been a motorboat.
specializations.
Not anything big.
I'm fairly certain it would have been small
In fact,
GTA style heist boats.
I think it was originally motorboat, which is probably how Boobs got in there. Somebody.
Yeah, that sounds right. That's essentially what this is.
You motorboating son of a bitch.
And there's not much to crash into here, you know? Riding in a straight line on a fairly calm Pacific Ocean, you've probably got a +1 or 2 to this. I drove
still, a
boats
rough
when I was a
ride.
child, you know?
Rough ride. Yeah, sorry. I'm not used to the open ocean. Usually I'm in a bay or inlet.
Yeah, and you like float
marina.
clear past Lily. Like you turn the engine off and then just drift past her a bunch.
Oh, right. Momentum. Start it back up. Jeez.
Scurvy. You succeeded. You've got scurvy for 4 years.
All right. So is the thing floating or is it?
It's floating and it's anchored. Okay. It's a buoy for you weirdos.
Thank you.
That's a weird thing to see in the middle of the ocean.
It
yes,
is,
it
right?
is. Grab a boat hook.
Yeah.
Is it? Can I start pulling the chain up?
It's
100%
really heavy. You can kind of drag it slightly towards you, but it's anchored in there. You kind
It's
of
100% arms. This is where they do their arms drop. You know it.
And as you pull the boat over towards it, you can see that it's easily unhookable though underneath, and it's coffin-sized, a big metal locker with floats that have inflated, and then a god knows how long chain holding it roughly in position.
I'll do lifting strength to help out.
The thing weighs a ton, but I'm sure you managed to carry it on the boat.
Well, I can do at max load 1,200 pounds.
Wow. So you could do a ton between all of you.
Literally.
It doesn't quite weigh 2,000 pounds, though, I don't think.
Like, that's my max load, mind you. Extra heavy is 800.
And the thing is sealed tight and locked with some kind of lock. I need to tell you more about the lock.
Oh, shit, yo!
Like a key and a keypad.
That's where I'm about to decide whether it's a key-based lock or a keypad-based lock.
I mean, it could be both.
Doesn't matter. I can go kidnap my girl.
You girl.
Didn't we just have to talk about kidnapping people?
Yeah, consent. Consent.
Grab her. I could grab Helena. Her whole meta power is opening things.
You're ignoring our objection.
I'm arguing with you that I could go get her and ask her to open something.
Covert ops and security, that's what I'm after.
The asking is the important part.
Fine, I'll pull out my phone.
No signal.
Yeah.
I'll be back. You guys
consent.
You say I should totally open it while I'm gone.
We might, but you're probably not going to be gone very long.
I don't think an on-the-nose lock picking would manage it.
I also have electronics operation security systems, if that is better somehow.
I don't
Or a
suppose that.
thermobaric grenade if all else fails.
Could I invest points in Breaking Blow?
You could.
It does require trained by a master normally.
Then no.
You'd have
Unless,
to have an awful lot of that to
unless
punch
you got
this,
the
though.
points to also get trained by a master.
Nope.
We
Well,
can work on that.
yeah.
Oh.
So it's got multiple tough key-based locks that seem to be a fine quality, so it's -5 to lock picking attempts on them.
What about key based, not keypad based? Okay, well
But
then
you're no, they're the same tech
Fine.
level.
it'll have to be a project.
I don't suppose anybody can just see inside.
Oh no, wait, no, I can't. Damn it.
Doorbell.
Ding dong. Get answered. Helena's rubbing her eyes. Is it Helena?
Yep.
Yeah, she's rubbing her eyes. Like, what's up?
Like,
It's noon. She was clearly asleep though.
could you open something for me?
Did you forget your keys again?
Like, no. It's a box.
What? Like, are you bringing it here? Do I need to get dressed?
Like, get dressed and make it something. Put on your swimsuit and grab a sundress.
Like, can I have some time?
Fine.
And she'd be 20 minutes, brushing her teeth, getting dressed, grabbing a beach bag.
So you guys got 20 minutes.
Go back to the ship and get more drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. What's the box made out of?
Steel. It seems very sturdy.
Just go get a saw.
Yeah, but we can detach it from the buoy and get it on the ship.
Yeah, it's already on the boat.
We'll take it with us. We'll just it might be a little bit before we can get it open.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, great. Well, let's try.
It might weigh a ton because the box itself weighs 500 pounds. And you get back to the boat. The captain looks confused at that. And has Miss Lily had enough already?
Oh, I think she just went back for some more party supplies.
And she comes back with like lockpicks and handcuffs.
No, I come back with a blue girl.
She steadies herself on the boat. Maybe falls over. And stands back up, puts the bag down. She's like, oh. Oh my god, you didn't tell me you were taking the yacht out. Oh my god. Look at this thing. She goes over to the bar.
It's amazing.
I did get you. You were sleeping, but you took too long.
Yeah, but where was the invitation? This was clearly planned. Thank you so much, by the way. As the
We were getting the box. I pointed at her. Come on, you're invited now. I'll make up for you later.
I doubt the box is at the bar area. It's probably down where the shuttle boat gets attached.
Yeah.
She's like, all right, Fine. I've got a drink now, and she's holding, cocktail glass. Some kind of daiquiri for sure.
Sigurd's just pounding back beer after ale after ale after ale.
I don't know, Sigrid, do you like ales, or do you like the stronger stuff when it's available?
I mean, these things they call spirits are quite wonderful.
He's got like you're double fisting 2 spirits bottles.
Yeah, like I just see her with like a whiskey bottle and she's drinking that like beer. Because she can.
The bartender hates you so much. Like, he made you the most perfect Manhattan. And like 10 minutes later, you were just like, really? And took the bottle of whiskey and walked away.
Audrey keeps pushing the mixed drinks, like the really strong mixed drinks, but just for the flavor. Like, don't just drink whiskey straight. It's awful.
Long Island iced teas, man.
Exactly.
Be down.
A zombie, except Sigrid would just think it were fruit juice. Because normal people can mistake a zombie for fruit juice. That blue shit, bro. It's dangerous.
But yeah, we're getting
Off track.
off track.
We
Yeah.
digest.
So Helena arrives at the box and says, is there a vampire in there?
Oh.
We hope so, or I hope
It's
so.
daytime if there is.
Like, does anyone have a steak? I'm not opening that box unless someone has a steak.
I like steak.
I'll go get a steak.
Where
Fluffy the
where are you
Vampire
gonna get a steak?
Slayer is like the top show that just came out this fall.
I'll go teleport and grab like a stick that is.
I have a steak in my hand.
Oh, okay.
Is there's a cook on board, right?
It's Mr. Pointy. It's not just any steak.
That's a good point, actually. I could go for some steaks.
Yeah.
Garçon, fire up the grill.
Oui,
We'll be
That's
up in
totally
10 minutes.
oui, monsieur.
But yes,
Buffett.
Guy has a steak.
All right, fine. And she runs her hand across the 3 locks. And the first one opens. The second one, like, springs open before her hand even reaches it. The third one rattles.
Is there binding on the third?
It rattles, but it does not open. And she says, she tries again, and it does open. There was a chance that it was beyond her, but no. She nailed it. We are 6. Click. All
Step
padlocks
back
off.
and open it. Like,
Yeah.
let's step back. That's might be booby trapped. Like,
As
open it
soon
with a
as
stick.
that last lock comes off, Helena like dives backwards.
I will open it slowly, looking for booby traps, which are usually just, a tripwire.
Give me a traps check or perception.
Some iteration of this guy actually had traps, but I'm pretty sure that didn't make the cut. Nope. So perception it is. Looks clear.
Number 6. That's not bad.
And it does indeed look clear.
All right. Open it.
Creaks
Weapons.
open.
People.
And
Drugs.
weapons. Indeed weapons. A row of very modern assault rifles. In fact, too modern. Prototype looking.
Damn.
I know guns. Are they displaced temporarily, or are they just cutting edge?
Cutting edge.
Okay.
There are a few thousand rounds of ammunition. There also seems to be a few other things that some of you recognize as explosives and primers, triggers, arms, various useful shit for causing a lot of damage to buildings, people, vehicles.
Sigrid, like that thing goes open, and Sigrid's like, "Ooh, boomstick," and she'll like pick one up.
I'll like kind of swat at her hand and go, Sigrid.
We'll go over use on the trip back.
No one tell her how to load it.
I'm gonna close it and go. There are staff on board that probably shouldn't see the people who are just convicted of crimes with boomsticks.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Okay.
So I can grab one then.
I would let's get it back. Have we haven't gotten our base yet, have we?
Not unless
Overnight?
you've
Yeah,
decided on a base without telling me.
Like, we'll get this stuff up to like Audrey's apartment or something.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
All right.
So then we'll keep it nice and locked tight.
I like how
Yeah.
she just volunteered to store it at Audrey's apartment.
I'm not starting at my place. My mom's lived there.
No,
Take it to my bedroom. It'll be okay.
Oh, I will also take a armory small arms skill or a heraldry roll to identify the origin of these weapons. Chinese.
Chinese, but didn't we get this location from?
A Yakuza phone. Japan is half owned by China and half owned by the USA, though.
Okay. Well, then I think our new boss should know about this. Because this is beyond vigilantism when it's state-sponsored terrorism.
I mean, it's not necessarily state sponsored. It just means they have a contact there.
Yeah, well,
I'm wondering who they're selling them to or what they're using them for.
Terrorist attacks.
All wonderful questions that we should probably find the answers to next week.
That sounds good.
Before we do that though, I'm gonna say, Helena, you keep a secret, bitch.
It's just like, so you guys are vigilantes? Like, what about, they're gonna put a tracker on you, Lily? Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not gonna snitch, but what the fuck?
I'll look at Audrey. Can you do anything with people's memories?
What the fuck, bro? I don't want to get deported. I don't want my memory wiping. I'm not gonna snitch. Jesus Christ.
Sigrid pulls out 2 axes and it's just like, I think she know too much already.
Keep me out of your fucking shit next time, Lily, she says.
I'm gonna like look at all the rest of these guys and go, back the fuck off. She's trustworthy and been a friend since elementary school. If I can't trust her, I can't trust anyone. If you guys do something like question her ability to keep a secret again, we're like gonna have problems. Understand?
Like, thanks, Lily. But seriously, I don't care if you get locked out of your house again. Don't come to me for opening things anymore, please.
Fine. Enjoy the yacht. We'll hang out for a bit. But yeah, we move on next week. I just thought Helena would probably be good to wrap up before we get end.
Yeah, we would forget about it otherwise, for sure. Just before we finish, a final scene with Trent. Have you taken the machine to bits?
Given the fact that Trent saw the old man with some sort of remote detonator, he would first try to build a room-sized signal blocker.
Yep.
Double locks, cell phone and radio, and short waves, long waves. Before he even takes the thing out of the belly button.
As much as possible. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a roll for that, please. Can you detect what's going on in there, even before it's happened? Like, before you check? Or would you be putting
No.
yourself in radio? Okay. Oh yeah, no problem. That's blocking everything. Takes you a couple of days, but it's ready by time they're on the way back in that boat. Build yourself up to it. The Trent that all the other Trents hate, go in the room. And when you're
I
reaching
think
your
I'll
bed...
have
Oh, go on.
I'll have like 3 Trents work on this project. Yeah.
You probably get it done pretty quick. And you find that it did indeed detonate inside your payload.
Oh, it did detonate. Okay.
Yeah. A very fancy device.
All right. So this is gonna require a little bit more investment than if it were still intact.
You've got fragments for sure. They weren't
Yeah,
anywhere
I'm
for
not
them
sure.
to go.
I'm not sure if you're gonna allow healing with the machines only enhancement.
Ooh, no, sorry.
Okay. Then one last attempt that occurs to me. I can try a detect for this specific device with the time spanning enhancement to analyze it how it were like 1 week ago.
And then try and start putting it back together based on that.
Yeah. Like try to put together the blueprint.
Yup. Give me just an IQ check, please. You could put it back together, but whatever detonated it was also its power source, and you do not know what that thing is.
Yeah. Cool.
And yeah, I think as you print that out in your mind, grapes. We'll call it. I'm Luke, I was the GM. Bit of a weird session. Badly planned fight for me. Joe was just trying to protect his boss, though. Let's go with that. We had, in reverse order, Colin.
Hi, I'm Colin. I played Guy. That grenade launcher came in super handy, and I'm going to use those rounds an awful lot in the future.
Yeah, I'm going to be a lot more wary of them and definitely dodge net rounds every time in the future that I am able to.
Especially because I didn't notice the first time I shot them that they also include a flashbang.
It's that diffuse bastard. It's like, even on a tiny net, you're going to still be spending at least 2 turns getting out because you got to grapple it and then do enough damage to it to deal 1 point.
That sucks.
Or your other option is 4 fucking ready maneuvers at DX -4. What? We had Everoth.
Yeah.
Hello, I was Everoth. Doing my best to be a compliant spy.
Compliant spy, you misheard. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Sorry for a lighter session for you. We'll bring it in. Mawson will kick shit out of you for being a bad spy. We've got Jared. Maybe good spy.
Hey, I'm Jared playing Matthias. Possibly good spy, but he doesn't really want to say everything, so he's sort of a double agent-ish sort of person.
Matthias is playing both sides.
So that way he always comes out on top.
Yep. Maybe don't tell him that. We've got Z Warrior. Oh, we had Z Warrior. He's gone forever now, or at least for another week.
Hey, I'm the warrior, and I got naked this week,
Yeah,
and I
you
made
did.
another guy naked.
Unfortunately.
The way I would build that, I have not, because who's got the time? That device for the Detecto Boy, by the way, is reflect barrier with a bunch of cosmics on it. And yeah, when you first pointed out that you were in another dimension, I was like, oh, bollocks, he's got me. But then I was like, it's cosmic. Fuck your dimensions, bro.
It's always the GM's prerogative to do that.
And I feel like Garth should have that protection. I don't think he'd have made it past the first Trent character he came across if he'd not had that in these 30 years. Moving on, we had Lee.
Hi, I'm Lee. I play Audrey, and she was accused of being a spy, which was horribly offensive.
Horribly offensive.
Why,
Gasp.
I never.
Exactly.
We had James.
Hey, I'm James. I played Sigrid, and Sigrid got her guardianship from Mila, and Mila was happy for a moment.
And then confused, and then shocked, and now more confused. And more shocked.
Oh, I totally took that as denial.
I totally took it as just she thinks Sigrid has mental problems now.
Yeah. Worry over Sigrid combined with denial over what she were hearing because that can't be what was said, mixed with I will investigate what was said and try and speak with this Gareth or Graham Jones. And finally, we had the self-snitch herself, Tara.
Hey, I'm Tara. I play Lily. I love her. She's great. You want to hear a joke?
Go on, whatever.
What's red and bad for your teeth?
A brick?
To the face.
Is that foreshadowing? Is someone going to get face bricked next session?
I don't know.
I'll see if the opportunity can arise organically, and if not, maybe I'll give it a nudge. We're the Kobold Cafe. You can follow us on Twitch, Twitter, Patreon. Become a patron. Pay us for the privilege of joining our Discord. YouTube, probably going to be Kobold Cafe soon. We've hit 100 subs. Thank you. Don't stop subscribing though.
All the
Kobold
action. Do all that other stuff we're supposed to tell you to do. Like the
Cafe.com.
bell or whatever.
Mostly just thanks for watching. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Bye, everyone. We'll be back on Sunday, and then Thursday, and then Friday.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Adios.
I
Bye.